for Nick Wheeler.
There's a snap. The hand is to Wheeler around left end. He bounces it to the left, and he's into the open to the 40. He's down the sideline to the 20. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. He's in the end zone. That's a touchdown.
No flags either.
No flags. 68 yards. Nick Wheeler looked like he was going to be bottled up for about a 3 or 4 yard gain, and he just popped it in the open and took off running.
Extra point was good. It was 7-0, 8:11 to play first quarter. Another 3 and out. The Owls offense went back to work. A big screen pass here to Trayshawn Hawkins.
Back to throw. Wants to set up the screen.
Perfect.
Hawkins has it. It's there. 40, 35, 30. Cut inside to the 25, 20, 15. Back inside to the 10 and down to the 5 yard line.
That would set up Nick Wheeler for the second time.
The hand is to Wheeler. Up the middle. And he will carry it into the end zone for the touchdown.
5:26, Jay.
5:26 to play. Extra point good. The Owls in front 14-0. As mentioned, it was defense that was the big story on the night. All night long, the defense kept coming up with big plays.
Second down and 13. Again, Kirby in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throws. Got some pressure. He's going to get hit. He's going to go down. Quarterback sacked by, guess who? Mason Nugent. What we're calling
14-0. The Owls in front. First play from scrimmage in quarter number 2.
Mikey in the shotgun. He's going to run it himself. He's going to follow Nick Wheeler. He's got the first down. He's got the touchdown. Mikey Wright followed Wheeler. He followed Mitch Mellencamp, and he took it into the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown run on the first play of the second quarter, and the Owls extend their lead to 20-0 pending.
The extra point was blocked, and the Owls in front 20-0. 11:53 to play in the second quarter. Once again, the Owls defense all night long. This young man, Mason Nugent, seemed to be in the backfield all night long.
Back to throw. He gets hit and goes down.
And Nugent again.
That was Mason Nugent who just shot out of a cannon.
Oh, my goodness.
The Owls would wrap up the scoring in the first half. They were pinned deep in their own territory. Didn't matter.
Hawkins, the running back with Mikey. He rolls left, steps up, throws it downfield. Pass is caught by Jalen. He breaks a tackle. He's down the sideline. 30. He's 20. 10. 5. End zone. Touchdown, Seymour. A 73-yard touchdown pass. 78-yard touchdown pass that Jalen Johnson caught about the 45 or 50 and broke a tackle and then took it down the sideline for the score.
They faked the extra point, tried to go for 2, knocked away, 26-0 at that point. And that's the way the teams would go to the locker room with the Owls in front. Seymour, all night long, defensively prevented Bedford from even getting inside the Seymour 30-yard line. Sometimes your defense can play well, but it's always nice to score points. They did on this play.
Where it's 3rd and forever, and they're just going to try to run it up the middle. They didn't get out of the end zone. That's a safety. That's a safety, and it sure is. He did not get out of the end zone. And the Owls record a safety. Curtis Burke got in there. Also, Braden Riley was the first one to hit him. Mason Nugent was there, of course, and put 2 more points on the board for the Owls. Oh, there's your defense scoring.
Defense gets their score.
28-0. The Owls would get the ensuing kickoff, and what appeared to be a kickoff return for a touchdown by Aaron Holt was called back because of a penalty. The Owls went right back to work offensively. Nick Wheeler, for the 3rd time, found the end zone.
The snap, the give to Wheeler. He's got the first down. He's got the end zone touchdown. Nick Wheeler's 3rd touchdown run of the game and a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Owls go in front by a score of 34-0.
Extra point by Adrian Medina, 3:53 to play third quarter, 35-0. And from that point on, it was a running clock. The Owls offense would continue to grind in the fourth quarter. Got a 9-yard touchdown run from Trayshawn Hawkins at the 6:54 mark of the fourth quarter, made it 42-0. And then the Owls just trying to run the clock out. Max Coates, backup quarterback, he got in on the touchdown duties.
Oh, got a new running back in there. Oh, no, Coates kept it, though. He bounces it to the outside. He may
He's
go.
actually gonna
30,
score.
20,
Go, buddy. Go.
10,
He's got
5, end zone. Touchdown, Max Coates on a quarterback
Good
keeper.
for Max.
And he broke a tackle, and he took it to the house.
Extra point made it 49-0. That's where things would end up. Coach Tyson Moore afterwards very, very ecstatic about his team's overall play.
Stein in particular by your defense.
I mean, I tell you what, that's a week's worth of preparation right there, and just attitude that all came together at once. I got my little one here for those listening, my new baby girl. But no, it was just it's what you want to see. They played their butts off. We were on BNL's side of the football all night. Our defensive line, man, that was just dominant. That's one of the more dominating performances I've seen since we've been here. So I was excited to see them perform. They deserve that. They earned everything they got. We're going to have a lot of helmet stickers to hand out on Monday.
And then they got points, too.
Yeah, man.
They deserve to get a score. They got a safety.
That's one of our goals, is scoring on defense, set up a score, and we did both tonight. So very proud of our defense, very proud of our defensive staff. I thought, they did a heck of a job all week long.
Nick Wheeler, 7 carries, 84 yards. Hawkins, 12 for 50. Mikey Wright, 11 of 16 passing, 168 and a touchdown. And Jalen Johnson, 5 catches for $106. Defensively, that was the story. BNL held to 6 first downs the entire night. Rushing, 5 total rushing yards, 79 passing yards. Less than 100 total yards allowed by the defense. What a performance in a 49-0 Hoosier Hills Conference victory. Tonight, the rivalry continues. Seymour and Brownstown Central. We'll talk more about the Braves a little bit later on. Again, the final from last Friday, it was Seymour 49, Bedford North Lawrence 0. And you're listening. Up next, by the way, our fall sport recap. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Joint pain, injuries, or foot problems shouldn't keep you from enjoying the game. From athletic training to rehab to leading-edge surgical care, the specialists at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help athletes of all ages get back in the game. And for quick injury relief, the walk-in clinic in our Seymour office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. No appointment needed. Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, proud to be the official sports medicine and athletic training provider for the Seymour Owls.
It's time to put a sparkle in your smile with Jackson County Dental in Seymour. Picture this. Same-day crowns for that instant oral treatment, teeth whitening to brighten your day, and Invisalign for a straighter, more confident you. Their team is here for all your dental needs, from routine care to tackling tooth pain and those pesky fillings. And families, this is your dental home. And guess what? They're making it easy with Care Credit, so you can focus on your smile, not your wallet. Call Jackson County Dental today and let Dr. Drake, Dr. Pierce, or Dr. Doug pamper your pearly whites. Jackson County Dental, now accepting new patients.
Jackson County Dental. Competitive rates, superior service. That's what the People's Bank specializes in when it comes to home mortgage loans. Whether you're buying your first home or fifth, our mortgage lending department is staffed by caring people who understand your needs. Call or stop by to talk to one of our mortgage loan originators today to find yourself the perfect mortgage loan with a competitive rate. The People's Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You can count on us.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000 or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy.
Back on our pregame show as we continue to count down to kickoff, the Owls and the Braves here from Blevins Memorial Stadium. It's time now for our fall sport recap. And we start with Seymour girls golf. Last Saturday, Lady Owls advanced to the regional with a second-place finish at the Bedford North Lawrence sectional. BNL won the sectional with a 340. Seymour a 391. Brownstown Central also advanced to the regional. For Seymour, Shayna Spray shot an 88. Katie Cottrell a 94. Emily Followell a 99. And Emily Whitley a 110. Friday morning, a couple members of the girls golf team, Shayna Spray and Katie Cottrell and Coach Jim Hoffman, stopped by, and we had a conversation about the sectional and a look ahead to the regional. The first golfer we talked to was Shayna Spray and asked her about her golf round on Saturday.
Just do my best, for the team, because I know every score counts and everything matters. So I just do my best, try not to be nervous.
What was your best part about your round? What seemed to be working the best?
My chipping has improved. I feel like my chipping, not so much my putting. On the green, I wasn't that good.
Is that something you've worked on all year? Is your chipping and putting?
Yeah, I've been working on every aspect of my game, really. We spend time on the range, and that helps. Just Jim and Brian giving us advice.
When you're a sophomore, how long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing golf since I'd say 7th grade, middle school.
Okay, so
around that time.
A few years, so.
Yeah, so far.
Do you play any in the summer? Do you play any tournaments, junior tournaments, or anything?
Yeah, this past summer I played in Indiana golf tournaments. It helps a lot. It honestly does. Just having practice to get your nerves down and playing with good people, but competing for yourself.
Sure. What are your expectations for, and again, we're going to base this that we don't know whether we're playing Saturday or not because of the weather, but when you do play your round at the regional, what are your hopes? What are your expectations?
Well, I hope that we all just do our personal best, and as a team, we try not to get upset or down just because we're not doing too great, or just if a hole's bad, then just kind of move on and recover from that. But also, I hope I play good. Since I've played there over the summer twice, I think once in a tournament, and I played good. So.
Okay, so you have played this course before.
Yeah, I have.
All right. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right. And got Katie Cottrell as well. Katie is a senior. Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but you advanced to the regional last year, did you not?
Yeah, this is my 4th time advancing to the regional.
Okay, so obviously as a team, the first 2 years. So as a senior, was that the ultimate, finishing second? I think that was probably one of the biggest goals for the team, right?
Yeah, after finishing 4th last year, and I think we finished 3rd sophomore year. Ultimately, finishing second after, of course, Bedford, but that's their home course, so they're always going to play well there. But I think it was getting second, and then both Shayna and I were in the top 10 for individual scores, so that was a good way to end off.
Shot a 91, is that right?
I shot a 94 at
94 at sectional, yes. Okay. What was your goal coming in? Did you have a goal in mind?
Just to finish out strong and to move to regionals ultimately, because that's always a fun time.
Well, I'll ask you the same thing. What was the best part of your game on Saturday that you felt?
Throughout the season, I feel like off the tee box with my driver is always pretty good and pretty consistent. And
you guys should play a scramble then.
Yeah, exactly.
You're good on driving.
Yeah, and then I enjoy my second shot. I enjoy my irons and my higher clubs. I do not like chipping or putting.
So now you have played this course, so this will be the 4th year that you played the course. What about this course? Do you like this course for the regional? You be honest.
It's an okay course. It's not very.
You play a lot of good courses during the course of your season.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just not – regionals is pretty difficult because there's no double par cap. So you have to finish out the hole. Okay. No matter what.
Absolutely. That could make a difference. So do you have a goal in mind for Saturday or whenever you play?
I hope to be under 100 because I've shot the same score the past 3 years, which is 104.
Oh, really?
So I hope to be somewhat better than that.
Well, absolutely. There's no reason why you can't, right?
Yeah.
What's it going to take to shoot under 100, do you think?
My chipping and putting.
Okay. Very well. You maybe talk to Shayna and she can help you out. So, all right.
I don't know about my putting.
Ladies, congratulations. Good luck to you. Whenever we do play, whether it be this weekend or next week, depending on the weather, best of luck to you and congratulations on a great year.
Yes, thank you.
We also talked with girls golf coach Jim Hoffman, and one of the things I asked him was how this team has improved from the first of the year to finishing second in the sectional.
Oh, yeah, they've done a lot. As far as 9-hole scores, we've dropped probably 25 strokes. As far as 18-hole scores, we were in the 420s. Now we're consistently in the 385, and that's what our goal was, like I told you at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So we've kind of got there. We kind of plateaued, leveled off a little bit. I think that has a little bit to do with just kind of the schedule and where we were playing at different courses. But they've done a really good job of improving. A great bunch of young ladies and a lot of fun to be around.
Good luck again to the girls golf team. And again, not knowing the schedule at the time of our conversation, we'll wish them the best of luck whenever they play the regional. Tennis team had the Hoosier Hills Conference tournament this past week. On Tuesday, the Owls beat New Albany 5-0. They won 3 matches in 3 sets. Parker Thompson at one singles, and both doubles teams won 3 setters. Wednesday, the Owls beat Jennings County 4-1. Carter Stein, Dane Thompson wins at 2 and 3 singles. Sean Takuchi, Joel Stevens, Xavier DuBois, and Braylon Busby at 1 and 2 doubles. Last night, or Thursday night, Boyd Central beat Seymour 5-0 in the championship. The 7th-ranked Highlanders won all the matches in straight sets. Seymour's record now 16 and 3 as they prepare for the sectional this coming week. Cross-country team Saturday competed in the Ray Gerking Invitational at Muscatatuck in Vernon. The girls won the invite with 46 points. Charlestown was second. Bedford North Lawrence was third. Gracie Adams was second individually. Emma Doria was fourth. Anne-Marie Schuler 7th. Ada Shipman 10th. And Lauren Dowd 23rd. Seymour finished third in the boys' race. Caleb Jablonski was 8th. Micah Jablonski 11th. Ty Termillion 18th. And Wes Proper was 20th. Girls volleyball Saturday went 2-2 in the Franklin tournament. Seymour beat Lawrence Central at Indianapolis-Cecina, lost to Franklin and Indianapolis-Chatard. Tuesday night, Lady Owls lost at Silver Creek in straight sets. And then last night, Thursday, New Albany rallied from 2 sets down to beat Seymour 16-14 in the 5th set. Lady Owls are 15 and 11. Boys soccer team, a couple wins. Saturday, they beat Lawrenceburg 4-1. Markinson Paul, Gasper Mateo, Caden Cox, and Miles Chandler scored goals for the Owls. And then Thursday night, Seymour beat Jennings County 6-0. Markinson Paul, a pair of goals. Miles Chandler, Dominic Dennis, Bartolome Sebastian, and Juan Fernandez each had a goal. Seymour's 9-5 overall, 3-2 in conference play. Girls soccer on Saturday lost to South Dearborn 2-0. And Tuesday lost to Jennings County 2-1. Anna Dominguez Javier scored the goal for Seymour. Their record now 2-12 on the season. Normally we talk with Seymour Athletic Director Kirk Mans, but our conversation is always on Friday morning. And at that particular juncture, we did not know the status of the football game, whether it would be Friday night or Saturday night. So we didn't feel it was going to be probably appropriate to talk in either direction. So we will exclude our conversation this week. Mr. Mann says he does wish the girls golf team and the boys tennis team, as they compete in tournaments this coming week, the best of luck. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have tonight's scouting report, which is on the Brownstown Central Braves. You're listening to Seymour football on 92.7 WXKU.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
Your eyes are the windows into your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Lambring with Connor Smith Eye Center. Do you know why your annual exam is so important? Some physical illnesses can be discovered by routine tests during an eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, you receive the latest in eye technology and treatment. From children to senior citizens, from a first eye exam to specialized eye care, Connor Smith Eye Center is here for you. Make your appointment today. Connor Smith Eye Center, 707 West Tipton Street in Seymour. See your future clearly.
For over a century, J.C. Bank has proudly served our communities, including partnering with our local high schools to support student athletes. From thrilling touchdowns to game-winning goals, we're cheering for our teams every step of the way. We've been your trusted financial partner since 1900, providing top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Stop in today and experience the J.C. Bank difference, or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
Back on our pregame show and our scouting report on the Brownstown Central Braves. They come in with a record of 5-0. Their wins this year, Corydon Central, 54-20. Charlestown, 55-0. Pekin, 62-0. Salem, 54-12. And North Harrison, 41-3. They are coached by the Hall of Famer Reed May in his 32nd year as head coach here at Brownstown, equipping 300 wins, 305 and 64 career record. Had a chance to talk with Coach May earlier this week, and here was our conversation. Well, Coach May, first of all, as always, good to talk with you. Thanks for taking the time. Obviously, off to a 5-0 start. Everything going as you had hoped it would go at the beginning of the season. Obviously, at 5-0, you got to be pretty pleased.
Yeah, I mean, our schedule's not very tough, and now I think some teams that we thought would be a little bit better weren't. So I think it's misleading, but we were 5-0 last year at this time too. The main thing, we lost our All-State linebacker Owen Wishmeyer for the year. So 5-0 is great, and we're really happy where we're at. But losing him obviously is going to hurt us a little bit down the road. So. But 5-0, we're about where we expected to be. But we were expected to be last year too, and didn't help us in this game. So,
Coach, you've got some juniors in your starting lineup, but these are juniors that played for varsity last year. So, despite the fact you don't have a lot of seniors, it does appear you've got some experience, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, really more on the defense. I mean, we started about 7-8 defenses as sophomores in the Triton Central game last year in sectional. So, our junior class is, a really, really good class for us. They did really well in middle school, and, they've done well in all sports. Some of those kids play basketball too, and, it's just a really good class for us. And, a lot of them started last year, and, so we do have that experience. And even though we only have 6 seniors, we feel like we've got some pretty good experience, the kids that have been through it a little bit. So, hopefully that'll help us, not only tonight, but also the rest of the season.
One thing I know, talking with you over the years, personnel changes, but what you try to do from a style standpoint never does. I mean, you alter it a little bit, I'm sure, to the strengths of your ball club, but you're still I don't think you call it the wing tee, I think the single tee or whatever it's called now, but a lot of misdirection and a lot of ball control, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we originally were a wing tee, and the only difference is, single wing or shotgun more, but it's basically the same thing. We try to get blocking angles on people, and we do a lot of double handoffs and misdirection, and then some play action pass, and that's just the way our offense has been for the last 30 years. So it's something that we like and something that we've had success doing. So, and also the different formations we get is something that no team sees. And, when we watch film of our opponents and who they played against and so forth, it's something that they don't have time to prepare for. Now, again, obviously somebody like Seymour has seen us play every year, and I'm sure in the off season they prepare for what we do. So it probably helps us more tournament time than regular season anymore because, it's the same teams and we've done kind of the same thing for years. But definitely tournament time, it helps us.
One thing about your ball club that I've always been impressed with is the amount of people that can carry the ball. I know both your slots, your fullback, your quarterback can run. You can throw it, but you get a lot of people involved that are heavily involved in the offensive scheme.
Yeah, and that's another reason I like this offense. Again, you got a lot of kids got to do a lot of things. I mean, our quarterback, he has to block. A lot of our running plays, he's blocking on the play. So, I tell all the kids, if you don't block, you don't get to carry the ball. And, so they take pride in being a team effort. And, one of our acronyms we have is team together, everyone achieves more. So that's a big emphasis we do for our whole team, not only offensively, defensively, just stress the team. And being able to have a bunch of guys carrying a different ball, I think that helps that concept.
You talked a little bit, Coach, about defensively, maybe a little bit more experienced, and obviously you look at your scores, you're scoring a lot of points, but you're not giving up a lot of points. So defensively, your kids are getting the job done. Are you pretty pleased with where they are right now?
Yeah, but again, who we played, they haven't scored a lot of points against anybody anyway. So it's a combination that our defense is playing well, but also the 5 teams we play are not really highly potent offenses either. So, that's the good thing about tonight is, Seymour does score a lot of points, and, they're a challenge for us. And obviously they scored 41 points on us last year. So, defensively, we'll have a big challenge, especially without Owen. So,
yeah. Talk a little bit, Coach, what your impressions are, what you've seen on film of this year's Seymour team.
Well, offensively, they graduated a lot of kids. Obviously, the Perry kid and the receiver they had last year. So I think they have like 2 or 3 returning offensive starters, but one of them is Johnson. And the Shelley kid's a good wideout. And I think the running back's back. And number 3 is doing a great job running the ball for them. And their quarterback, every week, getting better and better. So offensively, they got some weapons. And then defensively, we only scored 20 points against them, and they have 8 returning starters from last year. So, defensively, they, obviously did a great job against us last year. And, supposedly they'll do, I would be shocked if they don't do a great job against tonight either.
Coach, one final thing before I let you go. We've talked about this, I think, every year that we've had a conversation. I've asked you about the rivalry, and I've always said sometimes the communities maybe make this more than what it is, but it's a fun rivalry. It's a great atmosphere, and I know you look at it in the sense of getting you ready for tournament play, which happens about a month. But if you could just talk again about the rivalry and what that means to you playing Seymour.
Well, it's great for our kids. Hopefully it's great for their kids, but it's a break. We've played 5 conference games in a row now, so this is an opportunity to have a non-conference game. It's against a bigger school, and that's like I always tell our kids, the line, offense and defensive lines is the biggest example. What we have played so far does not compare to what Seymour has played against, and also Seymour's offensive defensive line. So, it's a good situation for us to see where we're at. Last year, I thought our offensive line got their butt kicked last year against them, and I had warned them, prepared for them, and they stuffed us. And that's the one negative of our schedule is it's hard to prepare when our schedule, the offensive and defensive lines that we play against are just not as quality as we're going to see come tournament time, especially if you go a long way in the tournament. So this game is just great for us in the sense that help prepare us for what's coming ahead and get the challenge of our offensive and defensive line. Plus, we get to watch film to see what we can and cannot do. So it's just a good building block for us going into the tournament.
Coach, as always, I appreciate your time. Thanks for the visit. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Since the two teams started playing 15 years ago, it's been pretty even. Brownstown 9-8 advantage. Seymour has won the last two, including a 41-20 win last year at Bullitt Stadium. The Owls are 3-2 in their last 5 games, 5-5 in the last 10. Seymour has won 3 out of the last 4 here at Blevins Memorial Stadium. Sagrins, Brownstown 51st overall. Seymour is 138th overall. The Owls' opponents' records 11-13. Brownstown's 7-18. Should be a good one, and we look forward to it here in less than 30 minutes. When we come back, we'll have tonight's Coach of the Week, assistant coach Alex Holt. Already call him Aaron. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Make sure your heating system is ready for whatever weather winter brings. Whether it's a fall tune-up for your current system or installing a new one, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, your local Bryant dealer, will do whatever it takes to keep your family comfortable this winter. With quality parts, reliable system, and advanced technology, they provide service you can trust. To schedule an appointment, contact Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Bryant, whatever it takes. Get your tickets now for the Jackson Live Show, October 12th, and John Conley, October 26th, online at Jackson Live's website or Facebook page.
Bob Pointer Family Dealerships is the #1 pre-owned dealer in South Central Indiana and 17th in the entire state. Hello, this is JB Hackman. Bob Pointer not only sells pre-owned vehicles, we buy them too. Your car is probably worth more than you think. Get a cash offer in under a minute. Head over to bobpointergm.com/radio or stop by the dealership for an appraisal. Bob Pointer Family Dealerships, where we sell and buy pre-owned vehicles. Thanks and have a great day.
Back on our pregame show, and our coach of the week is assistant coach Alex Holt, and we're talking with him as we get set tonight for Brownstown Central. And Alex, first of all, thanks for taking the time. Talk about your role this year, and has it changed any from last year from what you're doing?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me, Jay. Happy to be on here as always. Yeah, it's changed a little bit. Coach has promoted me more to helping more on the varsity side with DBs primarily, and then on Saturdays helping out with the JV and actually help calling the defense there. So huge honor and privilege to be able to have more of a hand in everything and feel like I'm contributing more, because in my mind, you know, our staff, they're one of the best in the state and what they do and prepare. So to be able to give back in ways that I can, it means a lot. So yeah, having a lot of fun with it so far.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, you were a defensive back during your playing days, so it's a position obviously that you're very familiar with.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it helps to be able to tie into some of those things that I did as a high schooler and playing that position. So unfortunately, I was able to play a little bit of corner and safety. So when we go through Indy drills and things like that through the week, we're able to bring those guys together and go through a lot of drills. And it's easy for me to correlate some of the feet work and stuff like that they're doing that I was used to when I played. So very helpful.
obviously getting a shutout against Bedford as a defensive coach, a big part of that. But this defense was kind of on the bullseye, if you will, the dartboard, and for them to get the shutout, that was huge for them last week.
Oh yeah, no questions. We had a big question to answer coming into last week against Bedford. It was a find out week, find out what we were as a, not only offensively but defensively even more so, because you can't, no matter who you're playing, you can't give up that many points. So we took it personal that week, and we really we hit the chalkboards and tried to figure out a good game plan. And credit, like I said, credit to the coaches and the defensive staff. We put together a good game plan, and the guys bought in. That's the biggest thing, is getting these guys to buy in. And we have a great group of guys, a lot of older classmen, got a few younger classmen that step in, but a lot of guys that do their job. We say do your 1 out of 11. If everybody does their job, then we're going to be fine. So yeah, super proud of the effort from the staff and the players as well.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about coaching your little brother. Does he listen well?
Well, he's a Holt, so I don't know if much of us really listen well, but yeah, I cherish that a lot, having that relationship, being close to him, and being able to give back. Like I said, playing the position and being able to give back to him and all the other guys. Whether he wants to hear it or not, I'm quick to tell him, but super proud of his efforts and the things that he's done this year. So yeah, it's been fun.
You mentioned that you're coaching on Saturdays, the JV. I believe you're defensive coordinator on Saturdays. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yep, that's correct. Yeah. So went through earlier this year with Coach Johnson, more primarily calling the defense there, and they promoted me. They approached me and said, we'd like for you to kind of step up your game and be able to do more, and I took that as a challenge to not only learn more about the younger guys, but be able to actually call an efficient defense and understand what the linebackers are doing, where they're filling, where the D-line's supposed to slant, that kind of stuff. So just being overall more football smart, that's been the biggest thing for me, and I do appreciate that, and it's helped me grow as a coach and being able to contribute not just to the varsity but the younger guys that we're going to have to rely on, maybe even later this year and obviously the next years to come. So yeah, super appreciative of that.
It probably gives you a sense, especially at Bedford Friday night, where some of the JV players got into the game, and you see those guys, and they work hard in practice, and Coach has always said that JV players are very instrumental in practice because they run the other team's stuff, and for them to get a chance to play on Friday night, when you've worked so closely with some of them, that had to be a big thrill for you, not only for them, but for you as well as a coach.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's fun to see those guys be able to see the hard work pay off, because they go through it in the week, and you kind of label them as practice dummies a little bit sometimes, taking a lot of the hits from the varsity guys, but that we're still relied on them. We still hammer on them during film to make sure they know what's going on, because you just, unfortunately, you never know the kind of sport we're playing. Things can change in the matter of a play, so having those guys ready to step in at a moment's notice is really important, and just getting the varsity experience, because we've been fortunate enough to have a lot of guys the last couple of years with a lot of experience and that seniority, the 3-4 year starters, but eventually that runs out, right? Eventually you start to get guys coming in, like your Charlie Rocky, who's a sophomore, that is first year varsity starter, so you got to eventually restart that cycle over. So as much as we can get those guys exposed to Friday Night Lights and just the speed of the difference between Saturdays and Fridays, the better off it's going to be for us, not only following down the stretch of this year but into next year.
Alex Holt's our guest tonight as we spend some time, defensive back coach. Appreciate the time as always that you take, and best of luck. And I know it's I think last year we had you on before the Brownstown game, and I asked you this question. You're familiar with the rivalry. You know what it's like. This is a big week. Doesn't mean anything for the conference, but it's a big week to play against your rivals, isn't it?
Oh yeah, bragging rights for sure. From a town, 10 miles or so away. It's people you may see at the grocery store every day or at church on Sunday. It's big bragging rights, and like I said last year, huge credit to them and Reed May and the team that he runs over there. He does a phenomenal job. You run the same offense that long, it must be for a reason. He does it well, and those guys buy in. So we're going to have our hands full this week, but, like I said, I think we got one of the best coaching staffs in the state. So we've put our time in this week to make sure we know what we're doing. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Going to Elm Street, obviously, this year there in Brownstown, that was one of my favorite places to play in high school, just the environment, and, that felt like high school football to me. So, yep, looking forward to the opportunity and the challenge, and we're going to get after it.
All right. Appreciate the time, as always.
Thank you, sir.
Alex Holt, our guest. We're back with the Commissioner's Report and the Hoosier Hills Conference Report. As we continue, you're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
This Veterans Day, Royalty Roofing is proud to honor our brave veterans who have served our country. It's time to give back to those who've given so much with the Royalty Roofing Veterans Day Special. We're offering a free roof repair or replacement to a deserving veteran in need. Nominate a deserving veteran or submit your own story for a chance to win. Just visit royaltyroofing.com/Veterans Day and fill out the form to enter. Submissions must be in by September 30th. Together, let's salute our heroes with a new roof over their heads from Royalty Roofing. Royalty Roofing, sheltering those who have shielded us.
Joint pain, injuries, or foot problems shouldn't keep you from enjoying the game. From athletic training to rehab to leading-edge surgical care, the specialists at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help athletes of all ages get back in the game. And for quick injury relief, the walk-in clinic in our Seymour office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. No appointment needed. Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, proud to be the official sports medicine and athletic training provider for the Seymour Owls.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stahl Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Jennifer Skidmore, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stahl Insurance at 812-524-0692 or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, we're in tournament time. Girls golf regionals coming up, and we have a lot to look forward to. Week number 6 of football. The soccer pairing show comes up Sunday. The football pairing show comes up October 13. We are in the midst of regular season and postseason play. It's a fun time of year for everyone involved.
Buckle up, because here it comes, but boy, it's a great time of the year, and so it's unbelievable as we've walked into this part of the year, and we're sitting here and we've already played 5 football games and 6 is on the docket for this weekend. I mean, the season just goes so fast, which means all of our other tournament series are right around the corner. We had several girls golfers. We had a couple shot of 65 this past weekend.
Wow.
And several sub-70 scores across the state in girls golf, shaping up to be one heck of a tournament. But 65, Coach, I would say that I don't break 65 on 9 holes, so that's 18 sometimes. Talking about my golf game here a little bit. But yeah, we're here. We're ready to go, and we're going to continue to play and celebrate some kids along the way.
We talked about this before, but the cool thing is with the IHSA Champions Network is that all of our sports have pairing shows, and I would stack what we do production-wise, information-wise, up against anything that's done on a national level.
Yeah, I think that's right, Coach. And, and it's free. It's a free show to tune in and watch. A lot of them are on Sundays, and we have the pairing shows that students get together, and they look forward to that draw. But, it is an incredible value. We don't, and I don't think people realize a lot that on our Champions Network at IHSATV.org, every sectional round that's broadcast, now we certainly can't broadcast all of them, but they're free to watch. And every regional round that's broadcast is also free to watch. And there's not a fee involved with watching our tournament games until we get to the semi-state or the state final games. And so we really try to provide a service to our support families that want to watch contests.
Well, I think we do, and I think we do it quite well. And mentioning that, again, the pairing show for football coming up on the 13th, week number 6. Weather has been interesting this fall, Commissioner. We've had a couple of weekends that have been challenging to get games in.
It has been, and anytime that thunder and lightning comes out, we got to be on the safe side and make sure that we get we keep everybody safe. And it looks like we got a little hurricane that's going to be heading up to the Midwest here this weekend, and it may be a little damp in some parts of the state this Friday night, but I don't think the severe weather is coming with that. So we get a little wet, and we're all dry out eventually, and we'll be all right.
You finished your meetings with the principals this past week. I'm curious what your thoughts were in a general sense of how all of that went. It's always good to hear from the constituents and from the people whom you serve. It's always good to have face-to-face opportunities with them.
It's always good to hear what's going on in their world, and they're more than willing to share that information with you, which is good. But one thing I take away from that is with all the changes going on nationally with the NIL and transfer portal and just it seems like it's an ever-changing world right now. Our members here in Indiana are still steadfast in their support of an education-first athletic system, and they do not believe that we should have a system here of wide-open transfers, much like the NCAA does, nor do they believe student-athletes. NIL is, in the collegiate model, is not something that they believe fits in the high school model, and I would agree with them. And so that's information that's good for us because we need to know that. And we're always going to have some folks that thinks it needs to look a little different, and I understand that and respect those opinions too. But as a membership organization, I've got to listen to what our members are saying first.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Jackson County Dental. It's time to put a sparkle in your smile with Jackson County Dental and Seymour. Picture this. Same-day crowns for that instant oral treatment, teeth whitening to brighten your day, and Invisalign for a straighter, more confident you. Their team is here for all your dental needs, from routine care to tackling tooth pain and those pesky fillings. And families, this is your dental home. And guess what? They're making it easy with Care Credit, so you can focus on your smile, not your wallet. Call Jackson County Dental today and let Dr. Drake, Dr. Pierce, or Dr. Doug pamper your pearly whites. Jackson County Dental, now accepting new patients. Jackson County Dental.
Hi, I'm Vanessa with New Legacy. We are committed to providing payroll, taxes, and accounting services that instill confidence in your business operations. With convenient locations in Seymour and Scottsburg, New Legacy is right here in Southern Indiana, ready to support you every step of the way. Our dedicated team collaborates seamlessly to handle all aspects of your financial needs, ensuring compliance, accuracy, and peace of mind. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy, specializing in taxes, accounting, insurance, and wealth management. Call today at 812-271-2000.
And back on our pregame show as we continue to count down to kick off the Owls and the Braves tonight here from Brownstown. A windy, rainy night for football, but we are playing and looking forward to a great matchup. Well, we might be one of the few games, at least in Southern Indiana, playing tonight as we check our Hoosier Hills Conference report. First, the standings as we head into play tonight. Columbus East 3-0. They're atop over Floyd Central. Jeffersonville and New Albany are 2-1. Seymour 1-3. Jennings County 0-2, and Bedford North Lawrence 0-3. Matchup appears to be the top two teams play tonight, and they will be playing tomorrow night, actually. Columbus East at Floyd Central. That game has been postponed until Saturday. One other conference game also been postponed till tomorrow. That is Bedford North Lawrence and Jennings County. Jeffersonville is hosting Silver Creek. That game has been moved to Saturday, a 5 p.m. start. It still lists New Albany and Bloomington North at 7 p.m. tonight, although I think I have heard that game has been moved to Saturday as well. So again, a lot of these games not reporting their change on the IHSA website, but through social media posts and things of that nature being played tomorrow. Game of the night appears to be in 6A, where the number 1 team against the number 2 team, Westfield at Brownsburg. Both teams are 5-0, and depending on which poll you look at, Brownsburg's number 1 in the coaches poll, Westfield's number 1 in the media poll. The other team is number 2. That is going to be a dandy of a matchup tonight. Also, one other top 10 matchup in 6A, Crown Point plays Valparaiso. Both those teams ranked in the top 10. In Class 5A, Concord is the number 1 team in both polls. On the coaches' side, it's Concord, Valparaiso, Lafayette, Jeff, Maryville, and Plainfield. The Bloomington North is 6th, East Central 7th and 8th, respectively, and Bloomington South comes in at number 13. Floyd Central is 14th this week in the coaches' poll. As far as top games in 5A, tonight, Valparaiso and Crown Point. Crown Point ranked number 6, Valparaiso number 2. Crown Point in the 6A poll, Valparaiso in the 2A poll. We move on to Class 4A, where the number 1 team is New Pal, and they are number 1 in both polls. Evansville Wrights, Martinsville, Cathedral, Chittard, and Greenfield Central round out the top 5. In 3A, the number 1 team is Evansville Memorial, 5-0. Gibson Southern plays Heritage Hills tonight. That's a number 2 versus number 3 matchup. In 3A, Lawrenceburg and Batesville, another good rivalry matchup. Both teams come in with 4-1 records. In 2A, as we talked earlier, Brownstown Central is ranked number 1 in the media poll. Lafayette Central Catholic is number 1 in the coaches poll, and the teams flip-flop in either poll. Indianapolis Lutheran is number 3 in the 2A poll, and then in Class 1A, number 1 team is North Judson, and somebody said if there's a clear-cut favorite in any class, it's North Judson in Class 1A. Quick look at some team stats as we head into week number 6 tonight. Brownstown is the state's leading scoring team at averaging 53 points a game. In 5 games, Mississinawa has yet to give up a point. The only team in the state to do so. Peconaquah second. Springs Valley, by the way, second on the offensive side of things. And then when it comes to state leaders, Maverick Geske is the leading passer from Brebeuf Jesuit. Christian Hamilton from Springs Valley is the state's leading rusher. Taylor Clark of Brebeuf Jesuit, the state's leading receiver. And Corbin Johnson from South Decatur is the top point scorer in the state of Indiana. We'll take a break and we'll go down on the field as we talk with head coach Tyson Moore. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
Why should everyone have an annual eye exam? By having a comprehensive eye exam, various diseases can be detected early. Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Lambring. We at the Connor Smith Eye Center look for the signs and symptoms of various diseases, including conditions that affect all parts of the body. Diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, tumors, and strokes. Also, remember that 80% of learning starts with the eyes, so every child should have an eye exam early in their life. Call today at 812-524-3937 or join us on the web at www.connorsmitheyecenter.com. See your future clearly.
And back here at Blevins Memorial Stadium, where we are getting close to kickoff. We were not going to be able to bring you the interview with Coach Moore down on the field. Number one, it
technical difficulties, operator error. Let's put it that way. I can make the excuse that the conditions were too bad and I wasn't able to get it because of the rain, but that's not true. But anyway, Jay Hubbard here from Brownstown along with Lance Hubbard, and joined tonight by Corey Zering. Needless to say, Corey, the conditions, in a word, awful.
Yeah, less than optimal. We'll go with that.
We've many a nights we've sat here and said, what a beautiful night for football. Yeah. Tonight is not one of them.
It's hitting one. We might see a state record punt here if we need to. That wind is really getting after it, and the rain is just coming down in sheets. So it is definitely going to be a ground and pound evening, if I had to guess.
Yeah, the rain is one thing, but that wind, and you can just feel that wind when the gust picks up and it goes sideways, and like now the ponchos of the fans are blowing everywhere. And I will say this, the crowd is probably the lightest crowd I've ever seen for a Seymour Brownstown Central football game.
Yeah, that is a definite reality. Hopefully that's good for us. A lot of people listening to us on the radio tonight, but it is definitely a small crowd. Typically for the Brownstown Seymour game, Seymour Brownstown, however you want to say it, there are a ton of people, and Elm Street down here is usually packed, and Stadium Drive is usually packed when we're back at Seymour, and there is just not the crowd here tonight, and I can't say I blame them. It's definitely not a pleasant night to just sit in the bleachers.
Well, the Owls, did we win the toss? Brownstown won the toss and deferred, so Seymour will get the ball first, and the wind was moving. I'm mixed up on my directions here. East to west. North to south?
That was east. So,
that's east. So it was
west.
East to west. And Brownstown will be kicking with the wind, although within the last 5 minutes, the wind kind of died down a little bit and the rain kind of picked up a little bit. But then
it's coming in spurts,
and then the rain turns and goes sideways again. So we are set for football.
We could use a windshield wiper here on the window. That'd be nice. It's coming right at us. So a windshield wiper would be a handy thing for this evening.
We are set for football. Kicking off for the Braves is Nathaniel Conyer. He is a sophomore. Back deep for the Owls is Aaron Holt and Jalen Johnson. We're set for football. Glad you're with us here from Brownstown. There's the kick. And it's a high kick that'll be taken by Jalen at the 14, brings it up to the 25, reverses up to the 30, drags a couple of tacklers across the 35 and all the way up to the 40-yard line before finally he will go down, and apparently I think he lost the football. And let's see, was he down? Nope, they say Brownstown football.
I don't know how he couldn't have been down by contact there, but they definitely gave the Braves the ball. That was a dog pile that was moving for at least a solid 5 yards, and Brownstown came out with it at the end.
So the turnover right off the bat gives Brownstown the football at the Seymour 40-yard line. Seymour coaches not very happy with that. I think they thought forward progress maybe had been stopped.
Yeah.
When the ball got. So Brownstown will start with it. The quarterback is Micah Sheffer. Of course, they run that single T offense. There's the snap, and he drops the football, and then he has to fall on it. And the Owls say they have it. And nope, but Sheffer was able to get back on it. And it'll bring up a second down, a loss of 4, and already we're seeing the weather a factor right off the bat.
Absolutely. Brownstown in that single wing offense, they're basically taking it out of a shotgun snap every play, and that could certainly lead to some issues here with a wet ball. I know both teams have probably practiced with a wet ball. Everybody knew this was coming.
Micah Sheffer lines up. Of course, they got 2 slots, and the fullback lines up in front of the quarterback. In motion goes Hutchinson. The hand is to Hutchinson, and Sheffer keeps it and doesn't go very far. Gets maybe about a yard. Bring up a third down and long. I will say, if you can get teams in either team gets you in a third and long situation, that's an advantage, because throwing the football tonight is going to be really difficult.
Yeah, it's going to be darn near impossible. I was talking to several different people today about the game, and my thought is we're going to see a whole lot of running today. That clock's probably going to be going nonstop, just because throwing it is going to be impossible.
Third down. There's a snap. Back to throw is Sheffer. He steps up. He wants to throw the screen. Now he's going to run it up to the 35, and he'll be brought down from behind. Mason Nugent was able to get him down, but he comes a little closer to the first down. He's actually about, we'll say, 3 yards short, pickup of 9 on the play. So a nice scramble that time for Sheffer. But it'll bring up a fourth down, and obviously in these conditions, the Braves will go for it on fourth down at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, the Owls defensive front did a nice job of collapsing the pocket there and getting some pressure on Sheffer, and he was just able to kind of sneak up through the middle and get away from him.
Again, Sheffer in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Garrison. Garrison tries to sweep the right, and a great play by Mitchell Mellencamp. He dragged Garrison down from behind, and he'll stop the Braves, and they'll turn it over on downs. If Mitchell doesn't make that play, Garrison's got the first down.
Oh, yeah, and probably more. You know, that's another issue, even on turf like this where you're able to get a good grip. Grabbing somebody in an open field tackle is not an easy task. So he could have certainly had the first down and a whole lot more there, but fantastic individual effort there by Mitchell to get outside, get a hold of something, and not let go. Nice play.
So the Owls will get the ball for the first time. Of course, they fumbled the kickoff, but they stopped Brownstown on downs. Mikey right in the shotgun. He sends Shelley in motion. The hand is to Wheeler, and he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down. Good penetration that time by the Braves.
Yeah, Isaac Hutchinson got in there basically untouched. Our offensive line has got to do a better job of getting a body. Brownstown's got 2 big defensive tackles there plug in the middle, and our offensive line is certainly going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
That's a loss of 4 on the play. Bring up a second down and 14. Again, they'll line up within the hash marks, right? The ball goes through his hands. He will race and fall on it back at the 15-yard line. That ball went right through the hands, and it's obviously a wet football. And that right there was a case of Mikey just didn't grasp it enough, and it slipped, and he was able to fall back on it all the way back at the 15-yard line. A loss of 14, and the Owls will have a third down and forever, and they are going against the wind.
Yeah.
And so this is a very tough situation right here for the Owls. Ball at their own 16-yard line.
Well, and even thinking toward the next play, obviously this is third and forever, and if you don't get the first down here, you have to anticipate a punt. But in that kind of wind, that punt is not going to go far, so you need some yardage here.
Mikey? Oh, there he tried to do the jet sweep to Logan Shelley. The ball again is loose on the turf, and the Braves have it. They do. Brownstown recovers it inside the Seymour 5-yard line. They tried to do the jet sweep to Shelley, and there was a
fumble on the exchange.
Exchange?
Yep, they just weren't able to get a clean handoff, and it bobbled 4 or 5 yards backwards, and Brownstown was able to pounce on it.
And so the Braves will have it first and goal at the Seymour 4-yard line. So two turnovers, and Brownstown sitting very pretty on this, and weather has already played a big factor, no question. There's the snap. Sheffer will keep it himself up the middle. He fights to the goal line. I don't think he got there. Bring up, we'll call it second and goal. Give him a yard on the play. They'll mark it down at the 3-yard line.
You know, mentioning weather is a factor. We've had, 8 snaps now and 4 fumbles or, balls on the ground out of the 8. That's a pretty remarkable stat there.
Second down and goal. Ball resting at the 3-yard line. Sheffer. Actually, it's a direct snap to Trevor Branneman, and he is not going to get to the goal line. It looks like they're going to give him a yard, maybe. Mark it down at the 2-yard line, and it'll bring up a third down and goal. Clock is moving. 7:35 to play first quarter. No score, but the Braves with a third and goal at the Seymour 2-yard line. After the fumble caused the Braves to set up shop deep in Seymour territory. And the rain continues to pound the Blevins Memorial turf here. Third down. Again, the snap, Sheffer. He is going to hand it this time to Jack Pace, and he didn't get in. He gets stopped short of the goal line, and it'll bring up a fourth down and goal. Who made that tackle?
I wasn't able to see who that was, but it was a fantastic.
Alex Milliken?
Yeah, fantastic job by Alex there in the open field. He was the only one to beat, and he was able to get a nice wrap and get him down. Now big 4th and goal play here for the Owls defense.
Are they kicking a field goal? No. Now we're going to have a timeout. Scheffer came to the sideline. I don't know. They might be talking about kicking a field goal. Brownstown Central is going to take a timeout. We'll step aside 30 seconds. You're listening to Seymour Football.
For over a century, J.C. Bank has proudly served our communities, including partnering with our local high schools to support student athletes. From thrilling touchdowns to game-winning goals, we're cheering for our teams every step of the way. We've been your trusted financial partner since 1900, providing top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Stop in today and experience the J.C. Bank difference, or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, Brownstown Central is going to bring their offense back out on the field, so they decide to go for it here on – or no. Yeah, I don't see Scheffer out there, though. It's a Wildcat formation with Trevor Branneman behind center. Actually, yeah, Branneman and Greg Hutchinson. There's the snap. It goes to Hutchinson. He fights to the goal line, and he got it in. Touchdown. Well, the Owls hit him right at the line of scrimmage, but Hutchinson had enough momentum to get across. It's a 1-yard touchdown run for 2-yard touchdown run for Greg Hutchinson, and the Braves are on the board first as they take advantage of the fumble and score on the 2-yard touchdown run.
I mean, you got to give credit to the Owls defense there as well, though. I mean, that was a pretty solid stand given the field position and all that, and hitting him at the goal line.
Nathaniel Conavier is the kicker. There's the snap, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:37 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Brownstown Central 7, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
UTB Protection offers top-tier traffic solutions and serves as your ultimate partner for smooth and safe traffic flow. As a trusted full-service traffic safety expert, they handle everything from flagging busy work zones to road closures for events and even assist with emergency response traffic management. Their expertise extends to designing strategic and efficient routes for any scenario. Count on UTB Protection's unmatched dedication to traffic safety. Connect with them at UTBsafety.com or call 812-271-2100. UTB Protection, your premier traffic safety partner.
The Braves take advantage of the second turnover of the game for the Owls. They drive 4 yards in 4 plays. Capped off with a 2-yard touchdown run by Greg Hutchinson. Extra point is good, and the Braves with an early 7-0 lead. And you just feel like the Owls have to hit the reset button here.
Yeah,
I mean, really,
sure.
Kickoff return or for a fumble, and fumble it on third play from scrimmage. So now maybe a reset and see what we can do. There's the kick. It's a short kick that Jalen will take up at the 10. He drops it, picks it back up, and now he's got a swarm of Braves around him, and he goes down at the 16-yard line. Well, the Owls just simply got to start handling the football, and obviously conditions are the same for both teams. But right now the Owls are not doing a good job handling the football.
Yeah, the Owls are certainly not handling the ball with the care that is needed here in these conditions. This is one of those things where you always preach the 3 points of contact, right? You have to your hand, your arm, and your body on that football, and right now that is just not happening, and the Owls have got to do a better job of securing the ball.
Owls are going to go in their jumbo formation as Mikey's under center, and he's going to hand it off to Wheeler. And Wheeler got no yards, so they're getting right there at the line of scrimmage. They'll mark it at the 17 and bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Right now, the Owls, as you mentioned, they just need a full-on reset right now. We're not getting a whole lot of push from the offensive line. We're not handling the ball very well. This is a big game, obviously. The jitters are there. Got to come out of that.
In the shotgun this time, they go back to the normal formation. And again, it's a Wheeler to get the carry, and he's got very minimal yardage. He'll get it up to the 20. Give him 2 on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 8 for Seymour at their own 20-yard line. Clock moving, 5:40 to play, first quarter.
Seymour trailing Brownstown Central 7-0.
Yeah, I anticipated a fast game with both teams keeping it on the ground tonight, but my goodness, we might be home fairly early tonight.
Yeah, the rain now is shifted, and it looks like the Owls have the wind to their back. It's shifting from west to east. Mikey back to throw, rolls out to the right, throws it down the field, and that pass is picked off. It was intended for Shelley, and Evan Stahl was really the only man in the vicinity. He picks it off. And Brownstown sets up shop at the Seymour 25-yard line, 1st and 10, on the third turnover. And we're
halfway through the first quarter. Yeah, I have to think that the ball slipped out of Mikey's hand a little bit there because Stahl was the only one in position anywhere around that ball.
So in the shotgun, Sheffer, he'll keep it himself. He gets it to the right side, and he is brought down as he crosses the 20-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. That time some good running room there for Micah Sheffer. Bring up a 2nd down and 3. Sheffer just signed a letter of intent to play college golf at Purdue.
Yeah, congratulations to him. Anytime you sign with a Big Ten school, that's a big deal.
You bet. This time, Sheffer's going to roll to the left. Actually, it's Hutchinson who got the carry. Lance is going to get player of the day for helping me with who's got the football. Now we have a timeout, and I think we're going to have a measurement maybe. Nope, 1st down. They give him the 1st down. 4-yard pickup for Hutchinson, and the Braves have it 1st and 10 at the Seymour 14-yard line.
You mentioned knowing who has the ball. That is certainly the absolute point of the offense for the Braves. They are going to try and trick you. They'll run the same motion and formations and all that kind of stuff with guys going every direction, and you have no idea where the ball is.
This time the hand is Sheffer will keep it himself, and he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. Mason Nugent got him. Also in there was Noah Broughton, but Nugent hit him right away, and that's a loss of 2 on the play. And bring up a 2nd down, and actually they'll give him a little forward progress. 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line. Clock moving still. 4 minutes to play, first quarter. Braves in front 7-0.
Yeah, that was a fantastic job there by Nugent to play his keys, right? When you're on defense, you have certain keys that you're focusing on. His was obviously the quarterback there. He read it perfectly, filled the hole, and made the nice play behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, the Braves, the snap, and Sheffer keeps it himself. He goes up the middle. He drags a tackler inside the 10-yard line down to about the 6-yard line. Going to be short of the 1st down, but by just a little bit. Give him 9 on the carry, and he'll bring up a 3rd and 2 now from the Seymour. We'll say the Seymour 8-yard line.
It's tough to tell through the rain. I honestly can't see.
We need windshield wipers on our windows here in the booth. Again, the snap of the hand, Sheffer keeps it himself, and he fights forward, and he's not going to get there. The Owls do a nice job as they'll get him right at the line of scrimmage.
There were about 6 Owls there on that tackle. Nice job with the gang tackle.
Curtis Burke was right in there at the start of it, and now another 4th down for the Braves, and actually they maybe lost a yard on that. 4th and 4, ball resting at the 8-yard line. Braves can get a 1st down.
They're trying to field goal.
Oh, they are trying to field goal. As Nathaniel Conyer is going to come in and try a field goal. This will be a 24-yard attempt. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is away, and the kick is no good. Wide to the right. So the Owls defense does its job as they make a stand, and the Braves come up empty. 2:21 to play. First quarter, it's 7-0. Tell you what, you can't ask for any much more from the defense. No. The situations they've been put in, they've done their job.
Yeah, the defense has certainly done their part. Like we said, that one score that the Braves have so far, they've got the ball on the 4-yard line, so there's not a whole lot of fault you can have with the defense there. Now the offense has got to hold its end of the bargain as well.
He's got to get something positive.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't had a single positive, maybe a yard at the most, but everything has been negative.
Yeah.
And we also have a player late coming out onto the field. Play clock we still got time on the play clock. They'll line up 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The hand this time is to Hawkins, Trayshawn Hawkins in the game, and he gets very little. Matter of fact, he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe fights forward for about a half yard. We'll give him 0, 2nd and 10. And the Owls trying to find something that will work.
Yeah, the Owls have got to dig deep here and get a push. That offensive line is not doing a very good job of moving that big defensive front from Brownstown, and you got to give them credit as well, but we've got to figure out a way to move some bodies here.
2nd down, 10. Mikey takes the snap, rolls to the right, throws the pass, and it is incomplete, intended for Charlie Rocky, but it was wide of him out of bounds, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, the 2 pass attempts that Mikey's had so far, he has not had a good ball on either one. It's impossible with this wind and the wet to get any kind of a grip on that football. So if he's not getting perfect laces, you imagine playing in the backyard with a ball that's 50 years old and slick as snot, then I think that's about the accurate conditions of what you're getting here.
I think you're exactly right. 3rd down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Again, a low snap. Mikey's going to run it himself around right end. Got a little room this time. He's going to be well short of the 1st down. He did a nice job just to pick that one up off the turf.
Yeah, to get anything positive there was just all on Mikey there, and he was able to get, 3 or 4 yards out of it. And
about a 5. We'll give him 5 yards on the play, so that's actually the best offensive play of the game for the Owls, but it will force a 4th down in a punting situation as Mitchell Mellencamp is in to punt. There's the snap. It's a good one. The kick is away. It's a pretty good kick away from the returner. It will bounce. And if nothing else, Brownstown will have to play a snap from their own territory.
Yeah, we have a minute left in the 1st quarter, and this is the first snap that they've had inside their territory.
So a nice job by Mitchell, a 42-yard punt in the conditions. So a nice job. And he kicked it away from the returner, too. Yeah.
If he has a punt, in the next quarter with that wind, he's going to be able to really get something on it.
Absolutely. So now, at least anyway, I'll be honest with you, I can see it better. Down there in the corner, I was having trouble seeing. I can at least see what's going on in front of me, although we do need a windshield on this screen. Scheffer is going to keep it himself right up the middle. He's across the 45, and that is by far the best yards from scrimmage for Scheffer. 13 yards on that pickup and a 1st down up to the 46-yard line.
You have to give credit to Scheffer, too. Seeing him last year playing quarterback compared to this year playing quarterback, you can tell he's just a lot more confident with his feet and moving around with the ball.
In the snap. And it's a direct snap this time. Scheffer still has it. I thought it went to Brandeman. So Scheffer still had it. Gets it up right at the 50-yard line.
The Owls defensive front did a nice job there of plugging up the hole. There was nowhere there for Scheffer to run and limited the offensive yardage there.
4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 6. Play clock is down to 30 seconds, or the game clock at 30 seconds, play clock at 20. So the Braves will have to run one more play here in the quarter. In the snap, and it's a snap to Scheffer. He hands to Hutchinson around left end. Hutchinson's got a 1st down inside Seymour territory to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10 on the play, and that'll be a 1st down and will probably be the final play unless Brownstown runs up there to run another play. Scheffer is looking to the sideline, and I don't think he is. The Braves are going to take it to the end of the quarter. So we have played 1 quarter of football, and with all due respect, Braves have been in complete control, but it's only 7-0 on the scoreboard. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to Seymour Football. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Some people check their couch cushions to find spare change and don't realize the real money is in their garage, behind the shed, or lying around in their basement. Hi, this is Sean Franklin with Franklin Surplus. We pay top dollar for all your scrap metal. Think about that old lawnmower you thought you might fix someday, or the refrigerator that quit working, or that old car battery you keep meaning to get rid of. Turn them all into instant cash right now. It's fast, it's easy, and we pay you on the spot. Bring all your scrap copper, steel, aluminum, lead, any type of scrap metal out to Franklin Surplus, just off Highway 50 East in Hayden.
Ready for second quarter action. Brownstown has a 1st and 10 at the Seymour 40-yard line. As the snap, it's to Sheffer. He hands this time to Pace right up the middle. He's got a nice gain across the 30-yard line down to the 29. Pickup there of 11 on the play. And the Braves getting their offense going a little bit here as they have a first down now at the Seymour 29-yard line. The game has been primarily played in Seymour territory, but Brownstown has earned this one, taking it inside here on a couple nice running plays. There we go.
There we go. We got a windshield washer guy.
Not only
here.
is Lance our stat guy, but he's our windshield washer too. Again, the handoff, and Pace will get the handoff. This time he is brought down right at the line of scrimmage, a no-yard gain. In on the stop for the Owls that time was Will Mahoney. Got there first. No gain, second down and 10.
I tell you, between the rain and the fog on the window here, it looks like there's about 18 players in both uniforms. I can't see hardly anything.
Again, the snap, the handoff is to Hutchinson, and he finds a little running room up the middle. The Owls again swarm to him. 3 Seymour tacklers, Jackson Brock, Braden Riley. Looks like also was that other guy walking over there. Mason Nugent was there as well. Again, we'll give him a yard. Bring up a 3rd and 9 for Brownstown at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, this is another big one here. You know, hold them to a long 3rd down, make them think about passing it a little bit. We'll see what happens.
Again, the snap to Sheffer. He's going to hand to Hutchinson. He's got a first down across the 20 inside the 15-yard line. Boy, the Owls looked like they just misread that one, and they were playing Sheffer, and nobody took Hutchinson, and he's able to get 13 yards and a big first down.
Yeah, that was just a missed assignment there from somebody. You know, that, as I mentioned earlier, when you're playing a team like this, you've got to make sure that everybody is maintaining their assignment, and if one person is off just a little bit, you end up with a result like that where everybody's trying to play catch-up.
So the Braves in the red zone, first down at the 14-yard line. Micah Sheffer keeps it himself right up the middle. He's going to get that inside the 10. And about 7 yards on first down. We'll give him 7, second down and 3. Clock moving at 9:50 to play here in the second quarter. Brownstown up 7-0 and trying to tack on here.
We haven't seen much in the way of a blitz scheme from the Owls defense so far. It's really been more of just a base, you know, the 5-3, you know, 5 down linemen, 3 linebackers. There hasn't been much of a blitz here.
Pace has it this time around right in. I think he's going to get into the end zone. Yep. He does. Jack Pace takes it around right in, and that goes in from 8 yards. And the Braves add to their lead on an 8-yard touchdown run by Jack Pace, pending the extra point. Now 13-0, Brownstown Central.
Yeah, that was a case of just sheer willpower. The Owls defensive line just looked like they were on skates there for a second, just getting pushed back.
And to attempt the extra point is Conyer. Snap is down, ball is away, and the kick is good. 9:26 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Brownstown Central 14, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Make sure your heating system is ready for whatever weather winter brings. Whether it's a fall tune-up for your current system or installing a new one, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, your local Bryant dealer, will do whatever it takes to keep your family comfortable this winter. With quality parts, reliable system, and advanced technology, they provide service you can trust. To schedule an appointment, contact Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Bryant, whatever it takes. Get your tickets now for the Jackson Live Show October 12th and John Conley October 26th. Online at Jackson Live's website or Facebook page.
Braves drive 67 yards in 9 plays, 3:34 off the clock. It's an 8-yard touchdown run for Jack Pace. Extra point good. And with 9:26 to play, it's now 14-0. And again, the Owls offense simply has to.
The Owls only have 10 on the field right now, too. There we go. It is just
obviously there's no doubt here. Brownstown is adjusting to this weather better than the Owls are right now.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Conyer has it teed up. Actually, they'll hold the ball for him at the 40. And there's the kick. It's a line drive kick on the ground that's picked up by Jalen at the 20. Up to the 30, the 35, gets it across the 40-yard line, and good field position this time for the Owls as Jalen Johnson brings it up to the 42-yard line, where the Owls will set up shop 1st and 10, and Lance told us there during the break, Seymour with negative total yards right now.
Yeah, that is a wild stat to think about, and still only down 14-0, right? Like with Brownstown just now scoring to make it 14-0, so it's gone about as poorly as the Owls could so far, at least from the offensive perspective. Something has got to light a fire under the guys here to get that ball moving.
The lineup, Johnson will line up to the right, Milliken to the left. Got a double tight end. Trayshawn kind of lines up as an H-back, and Mitchell Mellencamp lines up as a tight end to that side. Mikey in the shotgun with Wheeler to his right. He's going to roll out that way. He's got a whole bunch of black shirts around him, and he's going to go down. He's going to lose
7?
About 6. We'll call it a loss of 6 on the play. Loss of 5. They'll actually mark him up at the 36-yard line. Well, that's about a 6-yard loss. 2nd down and 16. And that time it was a straight draw play, and
he wasn't able to step before there were jerseys all over him.
There were 5 black jerseys around him. Shelley will come out to the left side. Again, Wright takes the snap. He's going to hand to Wheeler, and there is nowhere to go. He is brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and he'll bring up a 3rd down and 15.
For whatever reason, Seymour has just come out so flat offensively right now and just not getting any kind of a push from the offensive line. You would like to think with a rivalry game like this, the emotions would be high and everybody would be excited. We've got to develop that sense of urgency and get the ball moving. I'm sure Coach Moore is just jumping out of his skin over there.
3rd down and 15 for the Owls. Ball resting at the 37-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The back to throw is right. He gets hit, and he goes down. He is sacked back at the 31-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down, and the Owls will be forced to punt. And I tell you what, this is just the Owls have gotten literally zero total yards through a quarter and a half, and now Mellencamp will punt. Does have the win to his back this time, so let's see what he can do here.
I'm not a big math guy, but I'm pretty sure we're less than 0.
We're less than 0, yeah. Yeah, we are less than 0. It's a high snap, and it's a high kick straight up into the air, and it goes straight out of bounds, and it's going to be, let's see where they mark it. The official coming down. Did he get partially blocked?
The Braves brought a ton of pressure.
They brought a ton of pressure. They're going to mark it at the Seymour 44-yard line. Joe Roberts. So Joe Roberts got a piece of it, and that turns out to be a 12-yard punt.
Like I said, Joe was not the only one in there. There were a lot of black jerseys coming at Mitchell there. It was a fantastic effort by him just to get the ball off his foot.
So Brownstown sets up 1st and 10 at the Seymour 44-yard line. In the wing T offense, it's actually a direct snap to Brannaman, and he runs it
Actually, no, it's 15. It's Evan Stahl. Evan Stahl on the carry, and he gets about 2 on the play up to the 43-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Evan Stahl in this time in replace of Branneman at the fullback. Fullback lines up in front of the quarterback in this wing tee. They'll send Hutchinson in motion. He will get the carry.
Nice job, Mitchell.
Mitchell Mellencamp played his cap that time and hit Hutchinson just as he tried to cut. And no yards on the play, bring up a 3rd and 9 in the Owls defense. You have to get off the field here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because at this point, scoring 14 points seems like an impossible task, and you don't want to get down by 3 scores. So a big play here for the defense. 3rd down and 9. Sheffer points out a couple things. Now he takes the snap, and he's going to hand off to Garrison. Tries the right end, cuts it up the middle. Again, Mellencamp was right there, and Jalen Johnson was the first guy to hit him. And he will go down at the 40-yard line. That's well short, and it'll be 4th down and 6 for the Braves.
That was a fantastic effort there by Mitchell to get in and stop Garrison. He was going out wide on the sweep, and he got to him before he was able to turn the corner there. Nice job by Mitchell. I tell you, that wind is coming right at us right now.
It is.
It is.
That's why the window is closed. I'm a pride of having windows open, but not when the rain's coming. Sheffer's in there, but he's going to punt the ball. They do that where they snap it. He kind of rolls out and punts it, and it's going to roll into the end zone. So it's a break for the Owls in the sense that they'll get it at the 20-yard line. That's a 40-yard punt, but a net of 20. And so the Owls take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, 5:27 to play. First half, and Brownstown Central in complete control, up 14-0.
If you're the offense right now, your focus has to be get a first down. You got to build on little steps, right? Little things. You can't worry about making up the 14 points because that's just not going to happen. We haven't seen, Jalen hasn't had the ball yet. We've got to get it into his hands. Get your playmakers the ball here and let them do their thing. Jalen's still the best athlete on the field. So he needs to get the ball into his hands here.
Mikey takes a snap. He's going to throw it. Now he steps up, and he's going to run it, and he's going to get very little yard. They're going to bring him down about the 21-yard line. We'll give him a yard on the play. Actually, we'll give him 2. Okay, 2nd down and 8. Ball up at the 22-yard line. As the rain again continues, and it'll at times be raining straight down, and then the winds will pick up, and now it's blowing right into the face of the Owls.
And that wind and rain is just swirling. We can see it in the lights, and it is not coming down. It is
swirling around
everywhere.
Again, there's a snap. This time it's Milliken on the end around, and he's got to go nowhere. Alex Milliken gets a carry.
I like the play call there just to do something to kind of switch up the momentum there and kind of light a spark. Unfortunately, the Braves defense read that well and was prepared for the reverse.
Oh, so we got a flag on the play. We got an unsportsmanlike penalty. It looked like Jalen was involved with Preston Garrison downfield doing a little extra blocking, and so somebody got caught with the unsportsmanlike, and I think they're going to get Brownstown on it. And if that's the case, it'll be the Owls' first down of the game, and it'll be on by penalty.
Hey, we'll take them how we can get them at this point, Jay.
No signal yet on who it is, but the way the Braves are moving, it was going to be against Brownstown Central. Or are we going to be offsetting? Dead ball, personal foul, Brownstown, 15-yard penalty, and a first down. Well, there's the first down of the game for the Owls, and it comes via penalty. So they'll walk it all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Hey, there's the first down I was talking about. Hey, build on it again. Let's keep it going.
You take something positive, right? 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mikey takes the snap. He's back to throw, wants to set up the screen. He's got something, Hawkins, and he gets hit immediately. Nice job by the Braves. Greg Hutchinson
Because it looked like Trayshawn had some room to run, but Hutchinson closed quickly and got him up to a 4-yard pickup.
Hey, it's still a 4-yard pickup, right? So we're still building on the previous first down, second and manageable. Get some positive yards here. Keep that momentum building. I'm not saying take a shot down the field by any means, but keep that positive yard chunking up.
39-yard line, 3 receivers to the left. Wright's going to throw a screen pass to Milliken. He's going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll go down right there. Pass was complete, and they're going to mark it back at the original line of scrimmage, so it's a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Again, 3:30 and clock moving here in the second quarter. Brownstown Central in front 14-0.
I tell you, I'm trying to think of, if I were in Coach Moore's shoes, like how do you get Jalen the ball? How do you get him involved? Is it a wide receiver reverse? Is it putting him on the tight end spot and getting him a quick little dink and dump pass? Got to get that ball in his hands somehow.
Yeah, I was going to take a timeout. Play clock, I think, was down to 5. 3:08 to play. It's 14-0 Brownstown. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Seymour Football.
Bob Pointer Family Dealerships is the #1 pre-owned dealer in South Central Indiana and 17th in the entire state. Hello, this is J.B. Hackman. Bob Pointer not only sells pre-owned vehicles, we buy them too. Your car is probably worth more than you think. Get a cash offer in under a minute. Head over to bobpointergm.com/radio or stop by the dealership for an appraisal. Bob Pointer Family Dealerships, where we sell and buy pre-owned vehicles. Thanks, and have a great day.
3:08 to play here in the second quarter. Brownstown Central in front 14-0. The Owls will have a 3rd and 10 at their own 35-yard line. And it has been a one-sided affair to this point. Brownstown has dominated. The Owls have just 1 first down, and that came on this drive via penalty.
Yeah, it has certainly been a one-sided affair. And we've said it before. How do you get the ball into the hands of your playmakers? Obviously, the conditions are making it difficult to get, a good snap and a good handoff, that kind of thing. Throwing the ball doesn't seem like a great option.
Back to throw is right. He's got some pressure. He's going to race out to the left. He's going to keep it up the middle 35, breaks a tackle to the 40, and will go down to the 43-yard line. It's going to be about 2 yards, maybe 3 yards short. We'll give him 7. That'll bring up a 4th and 3 at the 42-yard line, and the Owls look like they're going to keep their offense out there and go for it.
I think the way your defense is playing and the way your offense has been struggling, I think you have to here. Just take the shot, see what you can get out of it, and see if you can get just a little bit of something here. Owls are going to bring in their jumbo formation. Mason Nugent in double tight ends. Mikey goes under center. He's going to hand to Wheeler, and he's not going to get anything. Nick Wheeler gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, loses 2, and the Braves take over at the Seymour 40-yard line. And the Owls, again, will turn it over on downs. And yet again, just a complete one-sided affair up front right now. Brownstown is winning the D-line versus the Seymour offensive line. Yeah, absolutely. When you think about wet games like this, it has to come down to whose line wants it more, and that's where this game is definitely being won right now. And Brownstown's offensive line has certainly wanted it more than ours.
In the snap, the hand is to Hutchinson, left side. He's got room, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Gets it inside the 30 to the 29. Pickup of 11, and that's a first down carry for the Braves. Clock is stopped as I move the chains with 2:11 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, it's 7:42, and it's almost halftime already. This is insane.
Again, the play clock down to 10. Sheffer keeps it himself and will get a couple yards, fight his way down to about the 27-yard line, give him 3 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 8
Clock moving with 1:30. The Owls Braves will get the ball first. Seymour actually got the ball first, but then fumbled the kickoff.
Yep.
So Brownstown will actually get the ball first to start the second half. Again, it's a direct snap to Pace. He drives to the right side, and very little. The Owls actually get him at the line of scrimmage that time. Brought Pace in motion. He took the snap and bring up a third down. Go on, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that was a nice job of pursuit there by the Owls defense to make him turn it into the middle of the field. Nice job with a lot of white jerseys there to make that tackle.
Jalen Johnson, Mitchell Mellencamp, Alex Milliken there pursuing. Third down. Again, the snap. And it's a drop ball by Sheffer. Now he's going to throw it, and it's incomplete.
That was wild.
Yeah, they were trying to do a quick pass across the middle. Sheffer dropped the ball, picked it up, and threw it, intended for Easton Brannaman, but it was overthrown. Charlie Rocky had the coverage, and that'll bring up a fourth down for Brownstown at the 28-yard line. Fourth down and 8 with 51 seconds to play, and the Braves will keep their offense unit in right there to go for it.
This might be one of the bigger stops of the game if the Owls are able to get it. Because, I mean, you think if they attack on another one here and then get the ball back at that start of the half, that's rough.
This time the hand is to Hutchinson, left side. He's got a first down. He might have more. 10, 5, end zone. Nope, he stepped out of bounds at the 3-yard line. But what a play that time. Greg Hutchinson, 24 yards around left end. And the Braves have it first and goal at the Seymour 3-yard line with 43 seconds to play. That was a big play there.
Yeah, that was certainly a big chunky yardage. He turned up toward the sideline there, and there were no white jerseys around to make the tackle.
Went out of bounds, so the clock stays put at 43 seconds to play. Again, Micah Sheffer. Waiting for it. Hands the ball off to Pace right up the middle, and he's not going to get much. Matter of fact, he might lose. No, they're going to give him right at the line of scrimmage. Second down, and the Braves are going to take a timeout. We have a couple we have to burn, so we'll take a break. 30-second timeout. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football.
This Veterans Day, Royalty Roofing is proud to honor our brave veterans who have served our country. It's time to give back to those who've given so much with the Royalty Roofing Veterans Day special. We're offering a free roof, repair, or replacement to a deserving veteran in need. Nominate a deserving veteran or submit your own story for a chance to win. Just visit royaltyroofing.com/Veterans Day and fill out the form to enter. Submissions must be in by September 30th. Together, let's salute our heroes with a new roof over their heads from Royalty Roofing. Royalty Roofing, sheltering those who have shielded us.
By the way, coming up at halftime tonight, our fall sport spotlight is on the girls soccer team, as we'll spend some time with Seymour girls coach Greg Musser.
It's crazy that it's almost sectional time. We're not too far away.
Sectional draw for soccer this weekend, Sunday night for boys and girls. Tennis team will start sectional play next week. Golf supposed to play the regional this weekend. I haven't heard yet one way or another if somebody knows what the status is on the regional tomorrow in Washington, but with the weather, you think might be postponed. Here we go, second down and goal. There's a snap. Sheffer gives it to Hutchinson around left end, and he will walk into the end zone for the touchdown. They have definitely found their liking around the left end. Hutchinson going to that left side of the offensive line.
Yeah, that left side of their line is very stout. They also do a really nice job with their pulling guards. So on the vast majority of their plays, they're going to pull half of their offensive line from one side and send them to the opposite direction, and they do a fantastic job of making holes.
That is the second touchdown run for Hutchinson. Conyer in to attempt the extra point. Ball is down, kick is away, and the kick is good. 28.4 seconds to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Brownstown Central 21, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Have you recently reviewed your home and auto insurance policies? Do you have adequate coverage in place? We at Stall Insurance are here to help. Come see us at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour. Our agents Shane Tremoyan, Jennifer Skidmore, Nathan Newkirk, Ben Stahl, and Chris Stahl can help evaluate your current policies and make sure proper coverage is in place. That's Stall Insurance at 812-524-0692 or come see us at 211 North Chestnut Street across from City Hall.
Braves drive. Which one is it, Lance? This one, 40 yards in 5 plays. Minute 49 off the clock. Second touchdown run of the game for Greg Hutchinson. And the extra point good, 21-0. Brownstown in front as Conyer set to tee it up at the 40-yard line. In the Owls' negative yards offense in the first half. It has been just a dreadful first half of play. And now the kickoff goes between the two deep men and goes into the end zone. And now we've got the Owls are going to be called for a penalty as Seymour's basically had a cheap shot on one of the Brownstown players down here. I saw who it was.
Yeah, certainly not what we like to see there.
By the way, Shirley Connect sent me a text message and said golf has been postponed to Monday.
I can see why. Makes some sense.
And then Bud just sent me a text that he saw it on Facebook that it was postponed. So appreciate you, family. Bud and
they're all over it. Hey, while we're talking family, I got to give my shout out to the boys, Charlie, Cooper, Carter. Go to bed. Listen to your mom.
Yeah, you can't do anything outside anyway.
Yeah, it was movie night at the Zaring house. They were not making the trip to the game.
I was going to say. Very few people did, I think. Not very often you look over the Seymour stands and you see empty seats.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
No.
The Owls are going to just run it out. Mikey Wright takes the snap. He bounces it out to the left side and will be pushed out of bounds. Actually, one of the better plays that the Owls have had all night, yardage-wise. He gets 7. And give him actually 8, 2nd and 2 with 22 seconds to play. He was just trying to run.
I thought he'd try and stay in bounds and run the clock out there and get it to halftime, but turned into one of our more productive plays there.
Got pushed out of bounds. Of course, this is one of the few games being played tonight. Everybody else gotten canceled or postponed till tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I kind of thought that we would be in the same situation.
I thought we would, but we're here, and I'm happy that we're here, but I'm not happy about the result for sure. Again, Mikey Wright's going to run it around the left end this time, and he will be tackled out of bounds. I think the Brownstown coaches want the clock to keep moving, saying that his forward progress was stopped before it. They aren't going to stop. They are going to let it run. So they said his progress was stopped, and the Owls are going to go to the locker room. Well, the only thing you could say, the best thing about this is the fact that we at least get maybe now go reset and see what we can do. This is a first half that has just been completely dominated by the Brownstown Central Braves. Score at halftime is Brownstown Central 21, Seymour 0. Back with our halftime show. And again, talk with Seymour girls soccer coach Greg Musser. That after this timeout. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Joint pain, injuries, or foot problems shouldn't keep you from enjoying the game. From athletic training to rehab to leading-edge surgical care, the specialists at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help athletes of all ages get back in the game. And for quick injury relief, the walk-in clinic in our Seymour office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. No appointment needed. Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, proud to be the official sports medicine and athletic training provider for the Seymour Owls.
New Legacy Wealth Management understands the significance of financial planning and the impact it has on your future. Our location in Seymour, New Legacy Wealth Management, makes it easy to navigate your needs. Hi, I'm Matt DeSablon, and together we can personalize financial strategies, helping you with retirement, education savings, and investment growth. Working with a professional not only ensures you're making informed decisions, peace of mind knowing your financial future is secure. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy Wealth Management. To start building your legacy today, call us at 812-271-2000.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Long-term care, death, and disability create stress and grief that take a toll on you and your family. Let professionals at Prosperity Financial create solutions that can aid and comfort you and your loved ones in these significant events. Visit Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and Ryan Banner at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or call 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
Ready to make a difference in our community and be part of something great? Outreach Ministries of Seymour is a local nonprofit dedicated to meeting our community's needs through the love of Christ. Every second and fourth Saturday, our food trailer provides free meals, clothing, and hygiene items to anyone who wants it. Come join us and experience God's love. Event details can be found on our Facebook page, or you can visit us on our website, outreachseymour.org, for more information.
Halftime here as the Owls take on Brownstown Central, and our fall sports spotlight tonight is on the girls soccer team as we talk with Coach Greg Messer. And Coach, I know it's been a tough year from a win-loss standpoint, so we're going to stay with the positives the best we can here. And obviously, when you're having a year like you're having, the main thing is trying to keep the girls positive, trying to keep them motivated. Has that been something that you've been able to do, or that they've been able to achieve throughout the course of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm incredibly proud of the girls' competition, or competitiveness. They're showing up day in and day out. They're not, they're not lowering their heads. They're doing the work. They're doing what's being asked of them, and we're just learning along the way. But I credit to them. It's not easy showing up with a positive attitude, when you're not winning a lot of games throughout the year. But these girls, they're fighting to get better. They're getting better. I mean, you look at our results from the beginning of the year to where we are now. The games are much closer. Now it's just a matter of getting over that hump and learning how to win those close games. And I think we're getting close to that, which at the right time of the year, because we've had some good battles with the teams in our sectional. And I was telling them the other day after the South Dearborn game, I said we're a dangerous team to pull in the first round right now. We're coming together. We're learning some things, and I think when all's said and done, with the desire these girls have, I think sectionals might be kind of fun for us.
Yeah, you look back and one match in particular was the Floyd Central match, and you only lose by I think a 2-0 score, and then Jeffersonville was a 1-goal match, and New Albany was close as well. So to say that you've been blown out by the sectional teams is not true, because you have been very competitive. And here, as you said, late in the season, even Jennings County was a 1-goal match. So there is some light at the end of the tunnel, we hope anyway. Possibly it could be.
Yeah, and honestly, we haven't had a full-strength team for most of the year. We've been missing some of our players in some key positions throughout the course of our conference play, a lot of those sectional teams anyway. And as we work, Katie Rourke being one of them, kind of back into the lineup in limited minutes at the moment, as she gets back in and kind of gels on the offensive side of things, because we've been really heavy on the defensive side trying to fix those issues, and I think we've gotten there. We're 1-2 goal games that we're giving up instead of the big score lines at the beginning of the year. As that kind of gels in and we get everybody kind of back in and working off one another, it's just it could be kind of fun.
How difficult is it as a coach? Because you mentioned Katie Rourke, and she was certainly one of your better, if not your best, offensive player back from a year ago, and she goes down with an injury, and when you lose somebody that is so key, it's difficult to try to replace that, especially with an inexperienced group around her.
Yeah, and honestly, what it ended up happening for us is we kind of modified our lineup where people were, and it actually opened some things up for us. Now we're looking at Kenzie Hinkle playing that point forward for us, and dropping Katie back a level as she comes back. So it kind of allowed us to maneuver some things around and maybe try some people in different spots. And I think that's what you have to do in those situations. It's the next player up kind of mentality, and then you kind of ask other players to try different things, and they rise to the challenge a lot of times, and that's what we've been kind of preaching to them, is just keep meeting the challenge. But it's allowed us to figure out some different things along the way, and I think in the long run it'll be a good thing for us.
Well, you mentioned Kenzie Hinkle. She really has kind of had a breakout year. She's found the goal, multiple goals in multiple games. And it's nice when you can find players like that certainly down the road, as a sophomore, she's got 2 more years to really progress her game.
Yeah, and that's what you kind of find out. You give somebody an opportunity, and a lot of times you love when they take advantage of it. And Kenzie's kind of one of those players where, she's still got some things to learn. We're still teaching her and as we go along, but, she gets the opportunity to get the lion's share of the minutes there, and good things are showing up. So it just helps us develop a little more depth that we maybe not have had or maybe not have trusted in the beginning of the year. It allows these players to step in, kind of prove that they belong, and as they do that, then it earns them a role kind of later on in the year, which I think we've had a few girls do for us.
You talked a little bit before the interview that all 4 of your keepers on roster are their first year playing that role. Your defensive backs are all playing their first role. And when you play a schedule that we play, because we play a tough schedule, especially at the beginning of the year, it's kind of you throw them out to the fire, and that's kind of what happened, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We've got a freshman goalie who's played a few years of soccer in the middle school, but then all the other 3 are first years to our program. Maggie Calhoun coming over from the softball program. We were looking for some goalies, knowing that we graduated a lot last year, and I knew she was a catcher in softball. I was like, hey, we can work with that, So we brought her in, and she's done a nice job for us. And Ella Murray and Noemi Sebastian, they've done a lot of good training with Coach Dominguez with us. But it's tough. Those are the positions, the back line and the keeper, where your mistakes get magnified. Yeah. You're the last line, and something could have happened 80 yards up the field, but nobody really notices that mistake. They notice the mistake at the back end, and that's what we've been trying to tell them is, this isn't just about soccer anymore. We're learning a lot of life lessons too. Meeting adversity, what we're doing with that, how we're going to meet it head on, and we had a nice talk with the girls yesterday after practice about that kind of those lessons that we're learning outside of the soccer field too, how to transfer those things. And I think that hit home a lot with these girls. You can learn a lot from losing. I think sometimes you learn more from losing than you do from winning. And I know it's tough. Everybody wants to win, but when you get in those stretches of those tough seasons, you find out a lot about yourself. And I'm finding a whole lot about these girls, and I'm loving what I'm seeing because their competitive nature is there. Their attitudes are still positive. I know that as life throws things at them, like this soccer season's thrown at them, that they're going to be successful with it. And that's, I think, a great message that we have been developing in these tough years is sometimes the soccer kind of, it's not the most important thing. It's about what we're learning from what's happening here. And like I said, I can't be more positive about the group of girls and their mental state right now as far as still wanting to be here and still pushing forward and still striving to be better. And that's a great thing, and especially out of these backline players that, they took it in the teeth for the first couple weeks of the season. We went out to Evansville and played in a tough tournament, playing against ranked teams, and we took it on the chin. But they came back. They wanted to get better. They asked questions. They've been doing what the coaches have asked, and lo and behold, now we're starting to see some results from that, better score lines. And, that's what happens when you actually have practice time, too. I honestly think we had like 8 games in 14 days or something with the tournament, so it was real hard to get practice in. And those days we did have practice, the weather wasn't cooperating. So, now that we've had some time with them, there's some definite growth, and we love to see it.
And you can tell that in most recent matches where you are getting more competitive because, like you said, you went to Evansville and struggled over there, and Columbus North is traditionally a very good team. So I think the scores certainly exemplify that these girls' attitudes remain positive. Still got a couple games left regular season before sectional, correct?
Yeah, we play at home Friday against Franklin Community. We have JV at 10, varsity 11:30. Then Saturday, at home, and then Monday we go to Madison for full varsity game and a half of JV, and then we have senior night the following Thursday, or a week from today, against Columbus East. So we're looking for a real good game and some results in those.
How many seniors do you have?
We have 9 players and a manager that's a senior for us.
And then, of course, sectional. Sectionals for the girls is where this year?
It's at Jeffersonville this year, then their new turf complex.
Yeah. Boys play down there. Obviously, and as you said, you played against, one of your wins was against a sectional opponent in Bedford North Lawrence, and I think Jennings is in that sectional, and then Jeff. So you got some competitiveness in that sectional, so there are certainly some positive building there, correct?
And that's what I told the girls. It's I'm not scared of anybody in our sectional. Before you get these powerhouse kind of moments where Floyd Central's on dominating or whatnot. But I think everybody is beatable, and that's a good thing for us because we're taking steps forward. We're starting to gel, and that's a dangerous thing to have happen because sometimes you play the game of looking at a team's record, and you look at our record, and you might think, they're going to roll over for us. But that's not our group of kids. We got a group of kids that are going to come out and fight. They're going to represent our school. They're going to represent their team. They're going to battle. And so you got a 2-0 match against Floyd. You got a 5-4 match against Jeff coming off of that long run of the tournament. A 2-1 Jennings, a 3-1 New Albany, and a 5-1 win against B&L. I mean, those are all swing matches. One goal different. We conceded an early goal against Floyd in the first, 3 minutes of the game, maybe. And then you're playing down a goal. We did the same thing we gave up, I think, 3 in the first 10 minutes against Jeff. We gave up an early against New Albany. And then we didn't against Jennings. We kept that game, but we did concede the first goal. I think we're getting closer to being able to take that next step, which is we're going to score that first goal. And when we get on that right side of things, our girls have their organization's getting better that I think we can actually, hold those leads and to do some good things. Right now, it's just these games have been really close, but they've been decided by a goal or two, and it's these quick goals that we're giving up before we're getting, into the game, and it's hard to play from behind against some of these teams. But I think we'll be definitely ready to go when whatever team gets put in front of us here on Sunday when we get the draw, and I think we're going to give them a good run for their money, whoever it is.
Well, certainly hope so. And again, I think it speaks volumes for not only the team but coaches that have stayed positive, because I know it's tough. And when you have to come to practice day after day and match day after day and it's the same result, it can get very easily to quit. And certainly these girls have not. So I commend them for that. Coach, appreciate the time as always. Best of luck the rest of the year, and maybe we can steal a couple here and have some success in the tournament. We'll certainly hope for that.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, Jay. Go Owls.
Again, that's our conversation with Seymour girls soccer coach Greg Messer. Back to Brownstown Central as we continue second half action in a moment. You're listening to 92.7 WXKU.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at BeattyInsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
For over a century, JC Bank has proudly served our communities, including partnering with our local high schools to support student athletes. From thrilling touchdowns to game-winning goals, we're cheering for our teams every step of the way. We've been your trusted financial partner since 1900, providing top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Stop in today and experience the JC Bank difference, or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Let me ask you a question. Are you looking to spruce up your living room with a vibrant splash of color? Or maybe give your exterior a fresh coat of paint that turns heads? Or dive into the world of trendy wallpaper designs? Well, if the answer is yes, or even maybe, it's time to call S&B Wall Coverings. From commercial to residential projects, they tackle it all. Painting, epoxy flooring, light remodeling, insulation needs. Their quotes are absolutely free, so you'll know exactly what you'll pay for. Don't wait any longer. Contact S&B Wall Coverings today. Watch your home turn into the place you love. 812-216-0162.
Save more with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey, what are you doing up here on the roof? I want to tell the world I just met the woman of my dreams. Well, what about you? I want to tell the world that Liberty Mutual saved me $782. Liberty did what? They saved me $782. Oh, you go first then. $782 really puts finding love into perspective.
Visit us online to get a quote, and you could save $782. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Based on a recent countrywide new customer survey, coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company, Equal Housing.
Long-term care, death, and disability create stress and grief that take a toll on you and your family. Let the professionals at Prosperity Financial create solutions that can aid and comfort you and your loved ones in these significant events. Visit Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and Ryan Banner at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or call 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
Back here at Brownstown Central, where the Braves in front of the Owls by a score of 21-0. Couple things coming up to talk about for Seymour High School. Of course, the boys tennis sectional will get underway this Wednesday. The Owls hosting the tennis sectional. The draw for that will be Monday. The girls golf regional has been postponed till Monday. They'll play at Country Oaks. So good luck to Coach Hoffman and the Seymour girls golf team. Boys and girls soccer sectional draws will be this weekend. They'll wrap up the regular season this week. And a big volleyball match on Tuesday night. Brownstown Central will be at Seymour. The annual the volleyball matchup between the two schools after the football matchup. It is a one-sided affair on the scoreboard, and as the case is on the stat sheet as well, isn't it, Lance?
Yes, it is. Passing, nobody got any yards on passing. Micah Shepard was 0 for 1. Mikey was 2 for 4 with an interception. Trayshawn had that one catch on the screen for 4 yards. Rushing the ball is very different. Brownstown had 31 carries as a team for 140 yards, averaging 4.5 yards per carry. Greg Hutchinson had 9 carries for 68 yards with 2 touchdowns. Micah Sheffer had 12 carries for 48 yards. Jack Pace had 6 carries for 19 yards and a touchdown. For Seymour, as a team, had 13 carries for 0 yards. Mikey had 7 carries for 3 yards. Nick had 5 carries for -3 yards. Play-wise, Brownstown ran 31 plays in that first half compared to Seymour's 17 plays. Brownstown did have 1 turnover on down, while Seymour committed 3 turnovers, all of them in the first quarter, too. Brownstown had 1 penalty for 15 yards, Seymour had 1 penalty for 10 yards, and Brownstown had 1 sack.
It is, I guess, for the Owls, Corey, you reset, right?
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do.
I mean, we were talking halftime. It seems like it should be about 50-0.
Yeah, I mean, just watching the game, if you were listening at home, you probably think it's a lot more than 21-0 at this point, just based on the stats and just the feel of this game. But, the Owls have at least kept it to a respectable number. The defense has played fairly well. They've been put into some bad positions. Offensively, we have just got to figure out something to get the ball moving, and we've got to get the ball in Jalen's hands. I mean, he is by far the most electric person we have on our offense, and we have got to get him the ball.
The Owls will kick off for the first time. Adrian Medina, Aaron Holt will hold the ball. They don't even attempt to put it on the tee without a holder. They just put a holder there right away.
Yep.
As Medina has it kicked away, and it is going to be taken by Garrison up to the 20. Brings it all the way back across the field to the 25. Breaks a tackle across the 30. And finally run out of bounds up around the 33-yard line, where the Braves will set up shop 1st and 10 as Micah Sheffer will lead his team out onto the field. Again, the Browns set up 21-0. Ball we'll mark it at the 32-yard line, where the Braves will set up 1st and 10. They don't even put a receiver out. They line everybody up inside. I mean, it's, again, the handoff is to Hutchinson, tries the left end. This time the Owls stuff him right at the line of scrimmage, maybe give him a yard, bring up a 2nd and 9. They've found a lot of success on that left side of that line.
Absolutely. And they're not trying to hide what they're trying to do. They're going to run the ball. I mean, you can pop the tight end out there for a little out in the flat, dump pass, something like that, hit one of the backs out of the backfield. But, they're going to run the ball, and our defense has just got to find a way to stop it.
There's a snap. It'll be handed off to Garrison, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and dropped back behind the line of scrimmage. Mitchell Mellencamp, the stop right at the line of scrimmage, will bring up a 3rd and 9. And this is a situation where you got to get off the field. Brownstown picked up some big 3rd down plays and even a couple 4th down plays. Hutchinson has been the big go-to guy on 3rd down. This is where you got to come up with a stop right here.
Yeah, you got to think it's going to be something along those lines, that sweep to the left. They've had success with that, but I also wouldn't be shocked to see them run that sweep and then reverse it back to the right because, if I'm calling it, I'm sure the defensive coaches are thinking it too.
And Garrison has it, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, Sheffer kept it. Yeah, Sheffer kept it. And even though he got stepped right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a 4th down as the Owls defense comes out and forces a 3 and out. And Sheffer will stay in the lineup, but again, he punts as well. So,
yeah, they've done that for a long time. The quarterback just stays on the field, gives the illusion that it's going to be the fake. The overwhelming majority of the time he does punt it.
Aaron Holt is kind of mediocrity back about the 50-yard line. There's the snap. Sheffer turns, and he does kick it away. And it will bounce into Seymour territory and get it to the 25-yard line where the Owls will take over 1st and 10. So the defense does its job. It comes out with a 3 and out. And now we'll see if the Owls offense can shake something up. As you said, Lance gave us the stat, 0 total yards. 42-yard putt, by the way, for Sheffer, but 0 total yards in the first half. And it is see if the second half we find something that works for us.
I don't know that I've ever heard of a full half with 0 yards.
Charlie, Rocky, and Milliken come to the left. Johnson to the right. Back to throw is Mikey. Throws the out pass. It's complete to Shelley, and out of bounds he goes. Short of the first down, but a good pickup of 8 yards. Bring up a 2nd down and 2 for the Owls. Ball at the 31-yard line.
Again, positive play, very easily manageable 2nd down here. How do we convert it?
Nick Wheeler, the running back next to Mikey. Back to throw is right. He's got some pressure, steps up, he throws, and it's over the head of Jalen Johnson that time.
Yeah, Jalen has some pretty darn good leaping ability, and that one was way up there.
Preston Garrison on the coverage for the Owls. We have roughing the passer on Brownstown Central. I can't see if a flag's been thrown. It's hard for us to see. The windows are steamed up and they're fogged over, and there was a flag down. They roughing the passer penalty on Brownstown, so that's 15 yards, and it'll give the Owls a 1st down. 2nd 1st down of the game for Seymour, both by penalty.
Yeah. Hey, again, we will take them however we get them.
And this might actually be the farthest penetration we've had to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, we have not crossed into the Braves territory yet.
We have not ran a play in Brownstown territory. That I do know.
The officials are giving both of them the verbal warning here to keep it clean, handshaking. Let's get back to ball, boys.
Again, 2 receivers to either side. The snap. Mikey's going to run it himself right up the middle. He does get it, bounces it to the outside, but a good pursuit that time by the Braves. Boy, it looked like Mikey had a couple times he was going to be able to get the corner, but the penetration, the pursuit of their defense is so good.
Yeah, their pursuit is definitely on point. They swarm to the ball. They have good angles to the pursuit, and they're fast. Their team speed is very good. Mikey probably could have tried to cut that up and had a little more success, but nonetheless, it's tough when that pursuit's coming down on you like that.
Rashawn Heyman on the stop, a 1-yard gain. Mikey back to throw, steps up, throws it down the field, intended for Shelley, and it's over his head, incomplete. Tried to hit Logan in the flat, and the ball sailed over the head of Logan, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. He was open.
Yeah, he was. He was definitely open.
Ball just was thrown a little bit too high and over Shelley's head. So a 3rd and 9 for Seymour. Ball at their own 47-yard line. And if you're just joining us, 8:42 to play, 3rd quarter. Braves in front, 21-0. 2 receivers line up to either side. Mikey in the shotgun. In motion comes Milliken. Play clock is down to 1, and now we got a whistle. And a false start's going to be called on Seymour. That'll cost him 5 yards. So a false start moves it back 5 yards. It's like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back.
Yep. That one's just smacking your toe on the bed frame right there.
So Mall backing down at the 42-yard line, bring up a 3rd down and 14. Again, Milliken comes in motion, brings 3 receivers to the short side. Mikey straight back to throw. Wants to set up the screen, and Nick Wheeler was not looking for it, and it sails right over his head, incomplete.
He had the screen there, too. There was definitely blocking out front. There was some good running lane there, and he just sailed it right over Nick's head.
And Nick wasn't even looking back at the ball. And the incomplete pass will bring up a 4th down and into punt for the Owls. Mitchell Mellencamp. Back deep for the Braves is Preston Garrison. Well, the Owls still have not penetrated the 50-yard line. And there's a snap. It's a high snap. Nice play by Mitchell just to get it down. And his punt is away, and it's going to take a bounce. Actually, did it hit a Brownstown player? It did, and the Owls recover. It did. The ball took a wicked hop, and it made contact with the Brownstown player, Jackson Johnson. And Alex Milliken was right there and jumps on it and recovers, and the Owls have it 1st down and 10 at the Brownstown 20, inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, that was our best offensive play we've had all night. That was fantastic punt coverage there by Alex. He was getting down the field, and it, like you said, it just took a wicked bounce and touched the Brownstown player. Shout out to the official there seeing that and throwing the little beanbag.
Now Mikey back to throw, throws it out to the flat intended for Johnson, and it's incomplete. He was under a heavy pressure, about 4 black jerseys in his face, and he just kind of threw that away just to avoid the sack. It falls incomplete, brings up a 2nd and 10 for Seymour.
Yeah, Mikey made a business decision there. He was a little self-preservation.
So the 2nd down, ball at the 18-yard line. Nick Wheeler, the running back, to the left or right. Hawkins and Mellencamp, kind of the H-backs. Mikey's going to go left side, follow those guys, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, gets it inside the 15-yard line down to about the 14-yard line. Pick up, we'll give him 5 on the play, and I'll bring up a 3rd or 6, give him 3rd and 4 now for Seymour.
That was a really nice effort there by Mikey just to keep his feet moving and not go down with the ball.
And the ball at the Brownstown 13-yard line, 3rd down and 5. Johnson will line up single back to the right to the far side. Now they'll shift over Mellencamp and Hawkins to the right. Mikey's going to run it to the right. Looks for some room. Gets hit from behind. Loses the football. Brownstown Central has it up. They're going to say he was down. Going to say he was down. Isaac Hutchinson is the one who hit him. But for the Owls anyway, the ball stays with their possession. But again, Mikey goes down at the 14-yard line where Seymour will have it 4th down and 6.
Yeah, the Owls definitely dodged a bullet on that one. It does seem like the rain has kind of subsided here a little bit. It's definitely not swirling the way it was.
4th down for the Owls. Again, trying to take advantage of the miscue on special teams for Brownstown. Right. Oh, the ball gets snapped right past him, and he's just going to have to fall on it, and the Braves will take over. That ball was snapped right by. I don't know if it went through his hands or if it went to the side of him.
It was a low snap, but
it was a low snap. Mikey couldn't control it, and then all he could do was fall on it, and the Braves will take over at their own 27-yard line. And again, Seymour cannot get anything going offensively. Again, the Owls have not picked up a 1st down on their own tonight. 2 first downs, both by penalty. And now the Braves have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. There's the snap. Sheffer will keep it. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and gets brought down. Another nice play by the Owls defense. That was Mitchell Mellencamp
We have been calling his number all night tonight. He has been just about everywhere for this Owls defense, and he's had a wonderful individual effort. And, to be honest, the defensive front for the Owls has not been bad.
2nd down and 9. In the snap. It's a double handoff this time, and it's Hutchinson who bounces it to the left side. He's down the sideline, 50, into Seymour territory at the 30. Breaks a tackle down inside the 30, but I think it's coming back. Got a flag back at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to come back. Braves offensive linemen haven't even moved. They're still down there. It's a holding penalty on Brownstown, and that'll cost them 10 yards. First time we've seen the double handoff tonight, and it worked. Hutchinson had a lot of room down the left sideline, but a holding penalty will cost them and bring it back.
That is certainly a staple of their offense. That motion and trickery that they do with all their guys going in different directions in the backfield. That's a something that is one of their bread and butter plays, and it's kind of surprising that halfway through the third quarter is the first time we see that in this game.
So the penalty will bring it back from the spot of the foul. It'll actually turn out to be about a 8-yard penalty. 2nd down and 18. Again, Sheffer takes the snap. He's going to hand it this time to Hutchinson, and a nice play defensively. And guess who?
Mitchell Mellencamp right there.
Mitchell Mellencamp again makes the defensive play. Boy, he has played really well all night. Now what do we have? We got another flag on the play. So let's see what this flag is about. Tripping against the Braves. That penalty will be declined, and it'll bring up a 3rd down for Brownstown, a 3rd and long.
That's not one you see called too often.
Third down, 17, ball resting at their own 16-yard line. Again, in the shotgun is Sheffer. Takes the snap, he's going to throw it this time, pump fakes, back in, throws it down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Coverage down there, one-on-one coverage. Ball was intended for Brannaman. Alex Milliken was the man in coverage. And it'll bring up a 4th down. And again, the Braves will have to punt the ball away. 4th and 17 at their own 16-yard line.
And the defense does its job again. Nice stop in the first series of this half. Another nice stop here. Should get the ball back in good field position.
I think you're right, though, Corey. I think that rain has subsided.
It's coming down just a little bit. I can start to see it again in the lights now. But
so there's the kick. And it's going to bounce and fielded by Milliken at the 45. Brings it up to the 40. He slips and goes down at the 38-yard line. I think Sheffer slipped on the punt.
Yeah.
And then Milliken slipped as he tried to cut it. But a nice job by Alex to field that, because if he doesn't, it probably bounces another 15 yards. And so the Owls will set up with a good field position again, 1st and 10 at the Brownstown 38-yard line.
This game is still a long way from over. If we could just get something moving offensively, we are still, there's still a lot of time left to play in this ball game.
2 receivers split to either side. Trayshawn Hawkins back with right. Back to throw is Mikey. Steps up. He wants to tend it for Johnson, and it's overthrown. He had him. Jalen was back there, triple coverage, and still had a step on all 3 guys, but the ball was well overthrown. Bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Triple covered, and he was still open.
I know.
That's not something you see very often, but, yeah, just right over his head there.
Yeah, he had both safeties, and they have a corner lined up on him, and then they'd have a safety over the top, and then the free safety also came to guard him, and Jalen still was able to get a step, but the pass was overthrown. 2 receivers to either side. Hawkins to the left of right. Mikey back to throw. Again, he's going to throw it, and he throws it out of bounds as he tried to get the stop and go with Jalen and launched that ball well. Overthrown. Did have some pressure on him that time. Maybe threw the ball a little early. Evan Stahl had the pressure, but that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. And again, the Owls at the 38-yard line of Brownstown. You know they're in 4-down territory here.
Yeah. To Mikey's credit, he's trying to get the ball into Jalen's hands on that pass. It's been over his head the last two, but he is at least making the effort to get him the ball.
And 2 receivers to either side, Shelley and Johnson to the right, Milliken, Rocky. Now Mikey drops the ball. He picks it back up, and now he's going to get hit. He's going to get sacked back at the 49-yard line. He dropped the ball. Wet football came out of his hand. Isaac Hutchinson, the one who brought him down. And the sack back at the 47-yard line, a loss of 9 on the play, and the Owls will be forced to punt it away. 4:20 to play here in the third quarter.
I tell you, Hutchinson is a big, strong kid. Like, he is definitely a standing out on that field because he is just a big force to be reckoned with.
And there's the snap. Mellencamp gets the punt away, and this one is blocked. This one's blocked, and it's going to be recovered. Jalen recovers it back at the 35-yard line. But the Braves got to him, punt blocked, and Brownstown will set up shop 1st and 10 at the Seymour 35-yard line.
They brought pressure
all the time.
Yeah, they are coming after the punt.
It's hard to be critical. Mitchell does a great job punting, but he takes a couple extra steps to get the punt away, and that time it cost him. But the Owls defense will see if they can, again, come up big as Brownstown starts at the 35-yard line. Sheffer waits the snap, takes it, rolls it out, going to keep it himself, breaks a tackle, and fights forward across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 6. Bring up a 2nd down and 4 for the Braves. Clock moving, 3:44 to play. Third quarter. Brownstown in front 21-0. It's what our halftime score was. Neither team has scored here in the third period.
In my head, I'm thinking, man, it'd be really nice to get a pick 6 or something like that, but that would require them to throw the ball.
That would require them to throw the football. Sheffer gives it to Hutchinson around left end. He's got room. He's got the sideline, 15, 10, and pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They have found success on that left side of the line all night long.
Yeah, and it's been essentially that exact same play every time. They're pulling the opposite side, both the guard and the tackle, getting them onto the outside, and just creating a big hole for Hutchinson to run through. He's a big, strong kid himself, too.
Yeah, he sure is. Jaden Disk, Sloan Stuckwish, 2 of the offensive linemen on that left side. 1st and 10, Brownstown. It's a double handoff to Garrison right up the middle. He is tripped up and brought down that time. Looked like Mellencamp was it was Riley. Beg your pardon, Broad, first guy to get him.
Curtis Burke was in there as well.
3-yard gain for Garrison, 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 11-yard line. I know it's not raining. It's not raining as hard because I can actually see through the window. First time all night.
Yeah.
There's the snap. The hand is to Hutchinson, left side. He gets it inside the 6-yard line and will go down about the 5. That's going to be close to a first down. I think he had to get – I can't see where that marker is. That marker looked like it might have been inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah,
it's going to be 3rd down.
It's awful close.
3rd and 1. We'll call it 3rd and 2 for Brownstown at the Seymour 6-yard line. Sheffer takes the snap. Double handoff, Hutchinson. Nice play that time again defensively, Mason Nugent. And you could watch Mason.
Yep.
He did not follow the ball. He stayed on his gap. And when Hutchinson came back and got it, he was right there to bring him down.
Yeah, exactly. That was good gap discipline there by Nugent, knowing exactly where he was supposed to be, not chasing the ball, not chasing who he thought might have the ball. Stayed in his gap, made the play.
Braves are going to attempt a field goal here. Nathan Conyer in to attempt. It's going to be a 25-yarder. There's a snap. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 1:37 to play on the Bob Pointer Family of Dealership scoreboard. It's Brownstown Central 24, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Make sure your heating system is ready for whatever weather winter brings. Whether it's a fall tune-up for your current system or installing a new one, Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air, your local Bryant dealer, will do whatever it takes to keep your family comfortable this winter. With quality parts, reliable system, and advanced technology, they provide service you can trust. To schedule an appointment, contact Schneider's Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Bryant, whatever it takes. Get your tickets now for the Jackson Live Show October 12th and John Conley October 26th. Online at Jackson Live's website or Facebook page.
Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships is the #1 pre-owned dealer in South Central Indiana and 17th in the entire state. Hello, this is JB Hackman. Bob Pointer not only sells pre-owned vehicles, we buy them too. Your car is probably worth more than you think. Get a cash offer in under a minute. Head over to bobpointergm.com/radio or stop by the dealership for an appraisal. Bob Pointer Family Dealerships, where we sell and buy pre-owned vehicles. Thanks and have a great day.
All right, Brownstown ready to tee it off. Conyer has it up at the 40. Nobody holding the ball. That shows you the wind has died down. Rain is still coming down slightly. They onside kick it. Mitchell Mellencamp is able to recover it, I believe. He was. Yep. So the Braves tried an onside kick, trying to catch the Owls off guard, and Mellencamp was right there to pounce on it at the 46-yard line and give the Owls a first down and 10. I'll be honest with you, the lack of the way Seymour has moved the football tonight.
Why not?
Why not try to put the nail in the coffin right there? So the Owls have it at the 46. Mikey Wright's going to run it himself, bounces it to the left side, and jumps up to about midfield.
Give him 4 there.
Yeah, give him 4 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 6, ball resting right on the 50-yard line. Clock moving 1:15 to play here in the third quarter, and Brownstown in control, 24-0.
Yeah, this is definitely every possession now is just a must-have. You got to do something with the ball.
2 receivers to either side. Mikey again is going to run it right up the middle. Gets it up to the 48, 47-yard line. We'll give him 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 for the Owls. Well, call it a 3rd down and a long 3 at the 47-yard line.
If we can convert, would this be our first down?
Offensively,
yes.
By play. We've had 2 first downs, both been by penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got almost 3 quarters and have not achieved a first down offensively yet. That's how much of a struggle it has been tonight. Mikey's going to run it, and he's going to have the first down as he gets it across the 45 down to the 42-yard line, another 3-yard pickup, and that will be a first down. And that also probably will be the final play of the third quarter. They'll wind the clock up, and looks like Seymour is indeed going to wait and take it in a hurry to the fourth quarter. 3 quarters in the books. It is Brownstown Central 24, Seymour nothing. Back with fourth quarter action from Blevins Memorial Stadium. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Many companies already rely on Saiho Insurance Services to connect them with high-quality, innovative, and affordable health care. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with Saiho Insurance Services. And not only do we provide flexible and affordable health benefit solutions for companies of all sizes, we also offer a wide range of products and services, including comprehensive third-party administration, fully insured plan options, and a local support staff, among many others. Let our local team help you navigate their healthcare needs today. Call us at 812-378-7070 or visit saiho.org today.
This Veterans Day, Royalty Roofing is proud to honor our brave veterans who have served our country. It's time to give back to those who've given so much with the Royalty Roofing Veterans Day special. We're offering a free roof repair or replacement to a deserving veteran in need. Nominate a deserving veteran or submit your own story for a chance to win. Just visit royaltyroofing.com/Veterans Day and fill out the form to enter. Submissions must be in by September 30th. Together, let's salute our heroes with a new roof over their heads from Royalty Roofing. Royalty Roofing, sheltering those who have shielded us.
Ready for fourth quarter action. The Owls have a 1st and 10 at the Brownstown 42. Mikey Wright, screen pass to Hawkins. And Trayshawn will get it back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Looked like he slipped once he caught it.
Yep.
And then the Braves had the pressure out there. It looked like Cameron Markle was the first guy to get him.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to get his footing to turn up field there once he had made the catch and was just kind of spinning his tires.
Feel like we've been unleashed from our cage a little bit. We got the window open a little bit. Got some. It's like we're part of the game now.
Fresh air, I can breathe.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line. Mikey straight back to throw. Across the middle. Pass is tipped up but incomplete. Almost intercepted. Intended for Milliken. Jack Pace, the man in coverage. And it'll bring up a third down and 10 for the Owls at the Brownstown 42-yard line.
I mean, I love trying to move the ball. I don't think we've completed a pass yet tonight, have we? Yeah, one to Shelley.
Well, that screen pass to Hawkins was just was the pass. But third down and 10. Mikey, a low snap, able to field it. Wants to set up the screen. It was taken away immediately. Now he rolls to the right, has nowhere to throw, and finally gets rid of it to Hawkins. But he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. They wanted to set up the screen to Trayshawn, and it was a low snap. And once that happened,
that was sniffed out pretty quick.
Sniffed out, and Brownstown was ready for it. And that'll bring up a fourth down and 11 at the 43-yard line, and Seymour will keep the offense and go for it here.
You don't have a choice.
No, at this point you don't. You're right. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Johnson and Shelley to the right. Rocky and Milliken to the left. There's a snap. Back to throw is right. Steps up. He throws. It's intended for Jalen, and it's incomplete. And the Owls will turn it over on downs.
If Mikey would have been able to get rid of that a half second earlier, Jalen was standing there wide open.
So the Owls will turn it over on downs, and Brownstown will take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line, and we're going to see a big-time pounding of the rock, if you will, by the Braves.
Yeah, they haven't thrown it yet, and that is not going to change.
Well, they haven't completed one yet. They've thrown it a couple times, but they don't think they're going to do that on this possession for sure. And they'll run that play clock down to about 4 or 5 every time. Double handoff. Garrison has it. Gets hit in the backfield, and hanging on for dear life is Will Mahoney.
Yep.
And Will was finally able to pull him down back behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, Will had a hold of his jersey. And just kind of like, come on.
Garrison's jersey just went from a small to a medium.
41-yard line is where they put it down, a loss of 2. And it'll bring up a second down and 12 now for the Braves. And clock moves at 9:50 to play here in quarter number 4. There's a snap the snap will be with about 4 on the play clock. It gives it to Hutchinson. Tries to bounce it out to the left end. Can he turn the corner? He does. Down the sideline, 45. But we got a flag down. And that's going to be a hold on Brownstown, and I'll bring it back.
Yeah, that's definitely in the holding area. But, to our point from earlier, that's that same play off left edge. They are not changing a thing.
And that play has probably been more successful than any other play they've run tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Hutchinson has turned that corner multiple times tonight. It is a hold or a legal block. That's a hold. Either way, it's going to cost the Braves 10 yards.
Obviously, I don't have the stats in front of me to back this up, but I would say that play has outgained every other play that they've had.
I would say you're probably correct on that, yes. So, second down and 12 second down and 22 following the penalty. And the clock moves, and so the Braves just stand there at the line of scrimmage, play clock down to 10. They're just standing there as statues.
That is a miserable existence as an offensive lineman. That is just
back to throw
awful.
Is Sheffer. He throws it across the middle, and it's caught by Easton Brannaman. He's going to get it up to the just shy of the original line of scrimmage, so he basically gets the penalty yardage back, a 12-yard pickup. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11.
I'm still just in shock that they threw it.
Yeah, him too. Again, the Sheffer in the shotgun. Waits for the snap. Get the play clock down to 5. They will hand it off to Garrison. He will try to bounce it on right end. Gets a hole, 40, 30. And Aaron Holt finally drags him down out of bounds, but inside Seymour territory at the 28-yard line. And again, Braves have done a nice job tonight. They have picked up 3rd down and long situations all night tonight. That's about 4 or 5 3rd and longs they've picked up as first downs.
Yeah, the Owls defense has done a fantastic job of containing them on 1st and 2nd down, and then for some reason on 3rd down they just kick it into gear, and they've been able to make those 4th down or 3rd down conversions.
30-yard gain that time for Garrison, and a new set of downs for the Braves. Sheffer takes the snap. It's a double handoff. This time it's Pace right up the middle. He gets it across the 20 down to the 16-yard line, and that's a 12-yard pickup on 1st down and another first for the Braves.
Yeah, they are definitely going to let every second tick off of that play clock, so we're going to have 25 seconds of just sitting here looking at it.
And Brownstown, as you know, they don't huddle. So they get the play call and they got armbands, and then the offensive line just has, as you said, has to stand there for probably about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
As still as can be.
That preset, it's miserable.
Now the snap is to Hutchinson. He gets it around left end. And the Owls do a nice job that time of swallowing him up. Will Mahoney. Got Curtis Burke getting up off the bottom of the stack. Noah Broughton was there. About 4 or 5 white jerseys. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. No yards on the play. 2nd down and 10. Although the clock continues to move as we'll go under 7 minutes on this next snap from scrimmage.
And it's still only 8:44. This game has gone so quickly, just keeping the ball on the ground.
Again, the play clock ticking down. The hand is to Garrison. He tries to bounce it off the right side, and the Owls do a nice job that time of hitting him behind the line of scrimmage. That Mellencamp again at the initial contact. Also Jalen Johnson in there. But again, Brownstown faced with a 3rd and 9. And again, the Braves have had success on 3rd and long. Seems like all night long.
Yeah. And the Owls defensive front has done a very nice job, and then they kick it to the outside there on 3rd down, and we just haven't had an answer for it, really.
In the Braves line the receiver up to the left side. They always have one receiver. Sheffer takes the snap. It's a double handoff to Garrison around right end, cuts it into the 10, and will go down right there. Nice job again by the Owls, Devon Jackson on the corner to able to bring Garrison down. That time they handed it to Hutchinson, trying to catch the guard. The double handoff to Garrison, but the Owls stayed home. And now a 4th down for Brownstown, and looks like they're going to attempt another field goal as Conyer will come in. I'll put the ball down at the 19-yard line. We'll make it a 29-yard attempt. He had a 25-yard field goal on their most recent possession. The holder is Trevor Brannaman. There's a snap. Ball is down. Ooh. Kick is away, and the kick is good.
Wow, that wind caught that thing big time. It was headed wide left, and the wind just caught it and drove it right at the last second.
It sure did. It was like a hook shot. It was like the golf hook shot. Take it left to right.
Yeah.
5:25 to play on the Bob Pointer family of dealership scoreboard. It's Brownstown Central 27. Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Football.
Joint pain, injuries, or foot problems shouldn't keep you from enjoying the game. From athletic training to rehab to leading-edge surgical care, The specialist at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help athletes of all ages get back in the game. And for quick injury relief, the walk-in clinic in our Seymour office is available Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. No appointment needed. Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, proud to be the official sports medicine and athletic training provider for the Seymour Owls.
Braves drive 46 yards in 7 plays. 4:5:01 off the clock. A 27-yard field goal for Nathaniel Conyer. And the Braves add to their lead now at 27-0. And the kickoff is a line squibber down the field that is fielded and dropped on there at the 16-yard line. Or 26-yard. Nope, 16-yard.
It was number 16.
Number 16 at the 26-yard line. Brody Bowles was the one who smothered the ball, and the Owls take over at their own 26-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it up at the 29-yard line, give him 1st and 10. 2 running backs back with Mikey. He will hand it to Jalen Johnson, who lined up in the backfield, and Jalen gets it across the 35 down to the 36-yard line, up to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 7 on the play. First time we've seen Jalen lined up as a running back and gains 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that was definitely all Jalen there. His feet were going 100 miles an hour, and he was running hard.
Wheeler and Johnson again sandwich Mikey. It's a low snap. Again, the hand is to Jalen, and he fights his way forward across the 40-yard line to the 41-yard line, and that's a 1st down for the Owls. Pick up a 5 on the play and move the stick. Seymour a 1st down up to the 41-yard line. Clock moving under 5 minutes down, 4:40 to play.
The thing you like to see here is obviously the game is pretty well in hand, but the Owls offense has not quit. Still getting a 1st down here. Brownstown still has their starters in the game as well.
And Mikey this time rolls to the right, tries to find room, and will get hit and lost for about 5 yards. Tell you what, these cheerleaders are throwing these little footballs. They're throwing them as hard as they can. They're hitting the window of the press box up here. It's like dodging footballs.
She's got a cannon.
Mikey lost 4 yards on the scramble.
Mr. Robinson, the PA announcer here next door in the booth to us, he had his hands up. He was ready to catch it.
2nd down and 14. Again, Mikey lines up with Wheeler to his right and Johnson to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. The snap, back to throw is right, throws it down the middle, intended for Rocky, and it's well overthrown. And I'll bring up a 3rd down and 13. Clock stops with 3:37 to play. The Owls will be back home next Friday night. They will host Jennings County, Oktoberfest weekend.
It's always a good weekend.
And by the way, it's going to be mid-70s for the Oktoberfest.
Oh.
Perfect, yeah. It will be a perfect Friday night next Friday. Again, back to throw is right. He rolls out to the right. He's got some pressure. Now he throws it back across the middle. The pass is caught by Milliken. And then he took a shot.
Nice job holding on to the ball. He definitely took a shot there.
And actually, I think we're going to have a penalty, though. There we go. It looks like we maybe have a penalty flag. I can't see if there's one, but the way the
Brownstown's acting like it.
Yeah, Braves are pointing that it's a penalty on the Owls, and I don't even see where the flag is, to be honest with you. But
I don't either.
Officials are talking about it, so apparently there is one on the turf. So let's see what the call is. It's an illegal formation on the Owls. So that nullifies what would have been a 16-yard pass play to Milliken, and will be a 5-yard penalty and drop the Owls back to a 3rd down and 19 situation.
And Alex took a shot for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
70 degrees next weekend.
Yeah.
Man, the tough question is going to be: do you go with the tenderloin, or do you go with the Miss Piggies,
or the brats?
Oh, it's tough to beat a brat. Saudi
Bobbies.
I'm hungry now.
I am too. 3rd and 19. Mikey Wright takes the snap, back to throw, throws it down the middle, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Charlie Rocky, but it's overthrown. It'll bring up a 4th and 19, and the Owls will bring their punt team in with 3:01 to play.
And there comes the rain again.
And the rain is starting to pick up yet again. Really hasn't gone away. It lightened up. The wind is not blowing as hard now.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a nice little lull there basically from halftime until now, but it is picking up a little bit again. Just in time to walk to the car.
I was going to say, that will send, I'm sure, some of the fans home. And the Owls are going to kick it away as Bellenkamp gets it away. It'll hit at the Brownstown 35. Take a mini Seymour roll inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, where the Braves will take over 1st and 10.
We do need to give credit to the Owls faithful that have stuck around. They're still, pretty much the same crowd that started the game is over there now. So got to give them credit for it.
Elm Street was not, there are quite a few out there on Elm Street too.
Yeah.
It was not, I think they may have come out of a little bit after the rain subsided. When that rain was pounding there in the first half, I don't know that I'm sure there were some out there, but we couldn't see them from up here.
Yeah, we couldn't see anything even if they were. But yeah, this is just a cool environment for a game, being able to park up there on the street. And there's always, a lot of people up there. Like both of these teams have really cool home atmospheres.
Braves have brought in some other players. Brock Dean just took the handoff that time. Sheffer is still in at quarterback, but Dean was the running back that got the handoff. He picks up 3 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 7. Looks like Dean has replaced Hutchinson in the lineup. Sheffer waiting on that play clock as it's down inside 10. Game clock is almost to 2 minutes. In motion. Sheffer hands to, who is that just got the carry, Lance?
I can't see a number.
A new face in there. Number Jack Pace. Okay, just Jack Pace, who just went to the slot. Wasn't the fullback. Now he took the place of Garrison at the slot. So picks up about 4. Bring up a 3rd down and we'll call it 3rd and 4. Clock moves under 2 minutes, 1:45 to play as the Braves will improve to 6-0. The Owls will drop to 2-4. And the snap pending. And it's a handoff to Pace. He brings it across the 35. Curtis Burke drags him down up at the 36-yard line. Be a pickup of 2 and be about 2 yards short. And it'll be 4th down and 2 for the Braves. And the clock will go under a minute before they take the next snap. Let's see if they just run the play or if Sheffer will punt it away. You asked Coach May, he'd like to run it and get 2 yards. And
oh, yeah, just take a knee.
And then take a knee. And wait, the play clock will run all the way down. There's the snap, and he is going to kick it away.
Almost blocked there.
And it will bounce a great roll, and it will go inside the 10-yard line and down. Actually, did they get to the 10-yard line? Maybe right at the 10-yard line. And they'll mark it down about the 10.5 with 38 seconds to play. The Owls will come out and run one play, and we'll call it a night. This, to be honest with you, the weather certainly was a factor. We're not going to deny that. Not going to make an excuse because, like you said, both teams, the bottom line is Brownstown handled the weather better than we did tonight.
Yeah, for sure. The weather certainly played an impact, especially early. and I think the story of the game just has to be the line, right? The line play for Brownstown was just absolutely dominant tonight, really on both sides of the ball, and that made the game.
Owls will hand it off to Hawkins, and Seymour does not have to run a play. The play clock is at 30. The game clock's at 22. Let's see if they will run a play. Coach Moore is not walking towards the 50. I think they're going to run one more play. Teams are lining up at the 50-yard line to shake hands. The Owls will run one more play if they can get it snapped. They do. The handoff is to Jalen. He is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he's still fighting and will finally go down, and that will be it. Braves put their hands in the air, celebrating a shutout victory here tonight. Final score: Brownstown Central 27, Seymour nothing. We'll start our post-game show in 2 minutes. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
At Stoll Insurance, we focus on the farm and agribusiness insurance market. Whether you own a grain operation, hog confinement, livestock, or hobby farm, we work with industry-leading carriers that know and understand the risk you have. We take the time to individually learn about your operations in order to best protect you. Call or stop by today to talk to one of our farm agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, or Chris Stahl, at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour, or we can be reached at 812-524-0692.
Jackson County Dental. It's time to put a sparkle in your smile with Jackson County Dental and Seymour. Picture this: same-day crowns for that instant oral treatment, teeth whitening to brighten your day, and Invisalign for a straighter, more confident you. Their team is here for all your dental needs, from routine care to tackling tooth pain and those pesky fillings. And families, this is your dental home. And guess what? They're making it easy with Care Credit, so you can focus on your smile, not your wallet. Call Jackson County Dental today and let Dr. Drake, Dr. Pierce, or Dr. Doug pamper your pearly whites. Jackson County Dental, now accepting new patients.
Jackson County Dental. Hi, I'm Vanessa with New Legacy. We are committed to providing payroll, taxes, and accounting services that instill confidence in your business operations. With convenient locations in Seymour and Scottsburg, New Legacy is right here in Southern Indiana, ready to support you every step of the way. Our dedicated team collaborates seamlessly to handle all aspects of your financial needs, ensuring compliance, accuracy, and peace of mind. So do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy, specializing in taxes, accounting, insurance, and wealth management. Call today at 812-271-2000.
Competitive rates, superior service. That's what the People's Bank specializes in when it comes to home mortgage loans. Whether you're buying your first home or fifth, our mortgage lending department is staffed by caring people who understand your needs. Call or stop by to talk to one of our mortgage loan originators today to find yourself the perfect mortgage loan with a competitive rate. The People's Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You can count on us.
Back here at Blevins Memorial Stadium, where the Braves celebrate the victory tonight. Final score of 27-0, and a frustrated Seymour football team, I think, is a good way of putting it. Just completely dominated tonight. Coach Moore didn't even gather his team on the field. He took him straight to the locker room, and that's where I guess they'll have their end of game talk. So we'll see if Coach comes up, and I'm hoping he does, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this was not the night that we were hoping for at the beginning of at 7 o'clock tonight.
No, certainly not. And, frustration, I think, is an understatement. I'd say that frustration is boiling over a little bit right now. Coach Moore is very passionate, and he knows what these guys are capable of. And, it's no secret to say that we didn't play to the best of our abilities, or to play, the way we're capable of playing. That certainly goes without saying. Now, did the defense play well? Yeah, the defense played pretty darn well in certain situations. Gave up some, unfortunately those third downs were big bag-breaking plays. Offensively, we just weren't able to ever really get anything going at all. And, the scoreboard obviously reflects that. And I know, stats will say what they say, but, offensively, it's got to be better going forward.
I think, this obviously turnovers, and the one thing we talked about it with our pregame interview with Coach, and unfortunately we didn't get to air that. But the one thing I talked to him in the interview was, I said, on a night where the rain is pounding, turnovers is you got to be able to protect the football. You got to be able to take care of things, field position, things like that. We fumble the opening kickoff. We fumble our first offensive possession. We throw an interception our second possession. And the defense was put behind an 8 ball and gave up the 2 touchdowns right off the bat. And then obviously it kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah, and the thing too is, they had a couple of bad snaps and then they recovered from it. We just were never really able to recover after that.
Coach Moore is making his way up here to talk with us, so Corey will give him the headset. Now as they can fall tonight 27-0, we'll be back at home next Friday as they will welcome back in Jennings County for a Hoosier Hills conference matchup as Coach Moore joins us. And Coach, obviously it was a very disappointing night tonight.
Yeah, it was frustrating. I mean, from start to finish, it was poor execution. And one of the things we talked about in the locker room beforehand is having mental toughness and what that entails. And, mental toughness is how you measure your breaking point, regardless of what it is you're doing. And when you get in situations like this where people want to blame the weather, they want to blame this, that, and the other, the teams that win, and I said this earlier in the week, the team that's going to win tonight is a team that doesn't make excuses and executes. And we didn't do that. We're far from it. And they executed much better than we did. They took advantage of turnovers. They took advantage of field position, and we didn't make plays. We plain and simple. We just didn't make plays.
Offensively, obviously, we're struggling. Defensively, I mean, gave up a couple plays, but I thought defense, they kept us in that game for about 3 quarters.
I mean, you come out, it stinks to turn the ball over, obviously, from the get-go, but for defense to come out, they're not dealt great field position, and Brownstown goes 3 and out, or 4 and out, really, and so they hold their ground. And offensively, we were playing with our backs up against our own end zone, and we created a one-dimensional aspect of our offense tonight, and Brownstown was able to shut down our run game quite a bit, and it was hard for us to throw. And it all the way around, every way you look at it, when it comes down to it, they dominated the trenches up front.
Yeah.
That was a big difference. Both sides of the football. I thought defensively we held our own pretty well, and we made a lot of plays. And you could tell as the game wore on, when we're not having offensive production, that takes a toll on our defense, and it's hard. It's a hard one to swallow, because I thought our defense played really, really well. And it's just it's a combination of not being on the same page. As good as we played last week, and you and I talked about how from start to finish we felt like we were on the same page offensively and defensively. It was the exact opposite tonight.
Bottom line is you have to turn the page and come back and ready to play next. It's conference game next Friday against Jennings County.
We're coming back home. So hopefully that'll help the healing process a little bit. But I just talked to the guys in the locker room, and you got a lot of guys that are ticked off. You got a lot of guys that are upset, mad, whatever the reason is. Us as coaches, myself, we're not going to sleep tonight. Let's face that. It's a hard loss. It is, and not just because it's your rival, but any loss that you feel like you prepared so well, and you did some great things throughout the week, and then to come out and we just didn't execute the way we could have. That's a hard one to take home, but our guys have to find that that resurgence, and as we go back to conference play and now the back half of the season, we can't let this cause next week to go south and the week after. And that's what I told them in the locker room is you got options now. You can either find a way to take this one on the chin and move on and refocus and do what we know we are capable of doing, or you can quit. You can quit on your team. You can make excuses for why things happen, and just kind of glide off into the rest of the season or the end of the season. And when it comes down to it, regardless of what these guys want to do, I'm going to be here on Monday. I'm going to show up because this is as much on me as it is anybody. And being the head coach, I'm going to take full responsibility of everything that happened tonight. So we got a lot of stuff we got to clean up. We got to continue to get better. I mean, that's one of our messages each and every week is you got to get better, regardless of if it's a win or a loss. There's always things you can improve on. And I think tonight, seeing how we struggled in several aspects of the game, we've got to get better at that. So.
Coach, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls.
Bet. Coach Tyson Moore joining us as the Owls fall tonight here to the Brownstown Central Braves by a final score of 27-0. We'll take a break. Next, we'll have a look at final stats. We'll have some final comments in just a moment. You're listening to Seymour Football on 92.7 WXKU.
Why should everyone have an annual eye exam? Various diseases can be detected early through a comprehensive eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, the doctors look for signs or symptoms for various diseases, not just for the eyes. Through an eye exam, you are able to detect diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, tumors, and stroke. Do not delay. Call Connor Smith Eye Center today for an eye exam. 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at BeattyInsurance.com. Beatty Insurance. We are here when you need us.
For over a century, JC Bank has proudly served our communities, including partnering with our local high schools to support student athletes. From thrilling touchdowns to game-winning goals, we're cheering for our teams every step of the way. We've been your trusted financial partner since 1900, providing top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Stop in today and experience the JC Bank difference, or visit us online at jcbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Brownstown, we'll look at stats at the end of the game. Throwing the ball for Brownstown, Michael was 1 of 3 for 11 yards. Easton Brandon had that one catch for 11 yards. Rushing the ball for Brownstown as a team had 50 carries for 232 yards, averaging 4.64 yards per carry. Greg Hutchison had 15 carries for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Micah Sheffer had 15 carries for 56 yards. Jack Pace had 9 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown, and Preston Garrison had 8 carries for 38 yards. Throwing the ball for Seymour, Mikey was 5 of 16 for 6 yards and an interception. Logan had 1 catch for 7 yards. Rushing the ball really didn't get much. Team rushing, 25 carries for 9 yards. Mikey had 16 of those carries for -3. Jalen had 2 carries for 12 yards, and Trayshawn had 2 carries for 3 yards. Brownstown ran 53 plays compared to Seymour's 41. Brownstown had 4 penalties for 48 yards. Seymour had 3 penalties for 20 yards. Brownstown did have one turnover on down, but Seymour had 3 turnovers, all 3 in the first quarter. So limited turnovers in the last 3 quarters, but 3 in the first. And Brownstown had 1 sack.
It all equals out to a 27-0 victory for the Brownstown Central Braves. Corey, and one final thought here tonight. Obviously, as Coach says, a lot of disappointment in that locker room, a lot of frustration in that locker room. But as he said, the bottom line was Brownstown was just they made more plays. They were the better team. They outplayed us tonight, and now it's a matter of what do you do? How do you respond?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just sulk on it. You got beat. You got to just come out next week, have a good week of practice, get better, and try and go out and beat Jennings County. I mean, that's all there is to it. You can't change this one. Obviously, it's you do. It is good that there's that hurt and disappointment. That means they care, right? And we want them to care about it. We want them to want to work harder and be successful. And we've won the last 2 years in this game, which, they're very prideful about, and they're, love to hear that. And, this year it just didn't go our way. And so now we just got to get back out on the practice field, keep working at it, keep getting better, and build on it and figure out what you did right, what you do wrong, and make it better for next week.
All right. Well, you take some time out of the Oktoberfest next week to be with us?
Yeah, we'll hang out. Yeah.
All right. Next round, we'll talk to you then. We'll take one final break. We'll come back. We'll name our players of the game. We'll talk about next week, and we'll wrap things up in just a moment.
Long-term care, death, and disability create stress and grief that take a toll on you and your family. Let professionals at Prosperity Financial create solutions that can aid and comfort you and your loved ones in these significant events. Visit Stan Tremoyan, Brian Covener, and Ryan Banner at 419 West 2nd Street, Seymour, or call 812-522-3180.
Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Prosperity Financial is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
Why should everyone have an annual eye exam? By having a comprehensive eye exam, various diseases can be detected early. Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Lambring. We at the Connor Smith Eye Center look for the signs and symptoms of various diseases, including conditions that affect all parts of the body. Diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, tumors, and strokes. Also, remember that 80% of learning starts with the eyes, so every child should have an eye exam early in their life. Call today at 812-524-3937 or join us on the web at www.connorsmitheyecenter.com. See your future clearly.
Back one final time here at Brownstown, where the Owls fall tonight in our Family Drug play of the game. And I'll be honest with you, there wasn't a lot of positives tonight from an offensive and really, in my opinion, the play that kind of set the whole tone for the night was the fumbled kickoff right off the bat. We get the kickoff, we fumble it. Brownstown did not score off that particular fumble, but then next offensive possession, we fumbled again. And then we so the turnovers were big tonight. And then that really kind of set the tone from a Seymour standpoint. A positive offensive or positive moment of the game probably was the recovered fumble off the punt. Alex Billiken made a nice play to be on top of the ball. And Alex made a couple of nice plays tonight. That brings us to our Connor Smith Eye Center Seymour players of the game. Going to go with Mitchell Mellencamp tonight. Mitchell, I thought, was just all over the place. Defensively, made a lot of great plays tonight on the defensive side of the ball. A couple nice punts again as well. So Mitchell, and then Alex Milliken, I thought tonight, and again, you don't have a lot of positives from that standpoint. He was Johnny on the spot on that fumble recovery. He defended. He was in pass coverage a couple times, deflected a ball, made a couple tackles on the edge tonight. So those two guys kind of stand out as far as our players of the game. So Alex Milliken and Mitch Mellencamp, Connor Smith Eye Center players of the game. That'll do it for us. Want to wish good luck this coming week to other sporting teams, the boys tennis team, as they play in the sectional this week hosted by Seymour Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Coach P.J. Stein and the Seymour troops. Good luck to you guys. Try to win back-to-back sectionals. Good luck to the girls golf team. Golf regional postponed till Monday at Country Oaks Golf Course in Washington. But good luck, Coach Hoffman and the Seymour girls golf team as they play in tournaments next week. Thanks to Maria Conklin, Athletic Director here at Brownstown Central, for the hospitality. For Lance Hubbard, for Corey Zering, I'm Jay Hubbard. Thank you for spending some time. I know we had probably quite a few more people than we had anticipated, simply because you didn't want to bear the elements here tonight. And they were rough at the beginning. Actually, right now, it's not a bad night at all. Sprinkling a little bit. The wind has died down. I mean, this is a perfect night for football. But appreciate you being with us tonight here from Brownstown Central High School. Final score reads Brownstown Central 27, Seymour nothing. Next Friday night, we're back home against Jennings County. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock with the pregame kickoff at 7. If you can spend some time away from the Oktoberfest, come on and